Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Oh. Get that out of there. Oh, we are back, babies. We are back. It's that good old Sunday rhythm filled tease and a peas. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back to the panel. It's your boy, Matty Rants, and I'm here on this good Sunday to give you everything you need and then some with my good friends here on the YouTube and Facebook for the girls watching on both platforms. Hi, kittens. How you doing? I know you've seen some good old reviews from my Patreon subscribers. Thanks for holding me down with the reactions, but I know you've missed a good live and we have shit to talk about today. Oh, yes. 2 episodes of Drag Race. If you're not watching BET's The Encore, you're missing out. There'll be some other shows that we're going to be talking about too. There'll be some good little giggles. Hot tea, hot topics, and I got the family here today, with including one special guest who's like family with the family. Okay, it's a real one. Listen, let me get my social medias out the way, and let's go ahead and get into this gig while I introduce the rest of the people. It's your boy Matty Rants at Matty Rants on all social media platforms except for Twitter. That's at the Matty Rants. You can catch me on the Stereo app Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday podcast. Mondays and Wednesdays with Duly _ noted. And Blakeisha when he's not vacationing. Yes, you, Brim. Oh, a new background today. I can't wait. Yes. Okay, we get to have fun. All right, and then also Fridays with Miss Mimi Cherry. Fortunate Rants is back on the Stereo app. And I'm partnered with Airtime. Go ahead, get into that for Tuesdays and Thursday shows. Catch me on Tuesdays for Drag Race Everything, and catch me on Thursdays with Duly _ noted for Drag Race Trivia and Hot Topics, and y'all can win some money. All right, let's go ahead and bring the kittens on in here. Ooh, the girls are off of vacation, including myself, low-key. I was working last week. Shout out to Atlanta for treating me right. Shout out to the Circle Atlanta, the cast and crew for doing your boy, some love. I got to host a reunion. That will be out in some months. I was paid. It cleared. Your boy was moving, booked and busy. Let's get my other booked and busy people up in here holding me down. I'm going to start with him first because he's 2 degrees in. Okay, and I low-key have brown liquor today, y'all, so I'm going to feel my giggles in my spirit. I'm going to give this doctor the love he needs, the love he deserves. Y'all make sure to subscribe to his channel. It's that good old Duly _ noted. You're mute.
I mean, I haven't said anything yet, but thank you. Good evening.
I was trying to get you in before you got in, okay? Listen. Crown Royal Eyes. Well, okay, listen.
Lord Jesus, let us pray. Let us pray over this.
Yes.
For today, we are coming back. Who, girl?
I want to give Kim Zolciak the love she deserves with a red solo cup decision here, and that's the only thing I'll give her credit for.
Don't be tardy.
Listen, I won't be with this one. Hey, friend, how you doing?
Hi, friend. I am doing great. I'm feeling real high, not because of what you thought it was. She just finished a 2-mile run. I'm still in that runner's high.
Okay.
Yeah, girl. I'm feeling real good.
I've had my libations, if we can't tell, so we can go ahead and continue with this. Duly, how about you give your social medias?
Yes, you can find me on Twitter at _Duly noted _. That's DOOLEYNOTED. You can find me on Instagram at Duly noted with 2 underscores as presented below. And like, share, subscribe. Follow me on my YouTube channel, Duly Does Food. New video coming out. I'm editing. She's almost done. She'll be ready soon. And if you hate anything that I say, you can find me on TikTok at Jamar840.
Wow. Jamar's taking bullets. This is what happens when you don't speak, girl. They think you're a target. Let them know the quiet ones always win at the end. All right, let's go ahead and bring somebody else up in here. Jamar's face. I'm going to get you first just because you're ready for this. Speaking of shots fired, give it up for my bitch out there in ATL, producing shows and stuff, directing the girls. She had me out there last weekend for the Circle Atlanta reunion, soon to be aired. Y'all, I got a little crazy. I had to do it. They were yelling. Jamar 84, what's up, baby?
Hey girls. Dooley, goddammit.
I'm sorry. I've been saying it on the podcast just to be funny, and I had to keep the joke going. I'm sorry.
You know, I'm still waiting for my chips.
Oh, bitch. Yes. Let me do that.
Make sure they're better made. Make sure.
Still waiting on those chips, but it's fine.
Jamar, how you doing? What's going on
right now? I'm doing good. Just woke up from a nap. Ooh, child.
Okay. Yes. Give us your social medias, hun bun.
So you can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, any of the social medias at Jamar84, with the exception of TikTok, which is Jamar840. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, baby. Hallelujah.
And as he mentioned, Matty was here last weekend hosting our reunion, which was an experience.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got my stuff, friend. I got my stuff. Hold on, y'all. I was good today. Hold on. Let me get it. I was good today. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm ready.
So make sure y'all checking out the Circle Atlanta. I've been talking about it. Those of you who have seen it, it's been great. And I've also paired with, again, my Exquisite.com partnership. They sent Matty a PR box. Oh, my box doesn't show up on the green screen. That's unfortunate. But it came with my lash kit. Now it has the box in it, the lovely tool, my lashes, yes, my little eyeliner thing, yes. Now, isn't the packaging cute? Now, give me your opinion on the packaging.
My opinion on it is that it feels that someone cares, and I appreciate the garnishes of tinsel that is throughout here, as it leaves a soft bedding for these items that I will use later on when Pizza Cake decides that they want to come out. There we go, friend. Oh, look at this.
And it goes on really well.
For the girls with no eyebrows, Whoopi, I got you. All right, let's see here. Okay. Thank you, friend. And that's how we do business over here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for hosting that reunion. I'm telling y'all, stay tuned. Because right now, it's real cute, real hunky-dory. But the previews of episode 4 is when shit starts to get stirred.
Baby, I got out of character at this reunion. We'll just say that I got out of character. The
girls are fighting. No,
it was very that. Like, my nerves were too bad. But I can't wait for y'all to see it, because they were throwing the jabs of all jabs. Ooh. Listen, this just half the cast. 400 people up in the room. Thank you so much for being here. You're watching the panel. I got 2 light skins and a chocolate chip to get in here. Now I don't know how to do this. Listen, which one of the vacationeers should I choose, y'all? Like, I think
it's going the longest.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to give it to the tree. The dream tree, as I like to say it, because you know what, y'all been requesting. Where is Chris? God damn it, where is Chris? You know where to find that man. You know where to subscribe and look. Listen, all the way in New York City, holding it down. Let's give it for C. Diggy 1.
Hey.
Hey, friend.
You forgot about us. You know, y'all were going.
Oh, we can forget. Hold on. Remove. No. Into the thick of it. Listen, Chris, how's it going, friend?
Good. It's great to be back. It's a sunny day here in New York City.
It is raining in Houston.
That is unfortunate.
It's dark. It's dark outside. Yeah, Chris, thanks so much for being here, friend. Go ahead. Oh, there goes the lightning. Give us your social medias, please.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter, CDiggy1. I have my own YouTube channel. I review Housewives, everything Bravo, The Encore, etc. Same name, CDiggy1. I'm on Pop Roast with Alexander Rogers on his YouTube channel. And if you want to listen to us, we're on Apple and Spotify as well.
Child, Potomac is giving me what I need right now.
Everything. I'm so happy.
And Beverly Hills, it's like, all right, let's get into the acting skills of Erica Jane, everybody, because I'm not
fooled. To hug him, and he didn't hug me back.
I am not fooled, girl. I'm like, girl, you were thinking about it's expensive to be me while those people were waiting on money and checks. Okay, like I can't. I'm not. Don't get me started. Right. Okay, now because this one also like to hop, skip, and jump sometimes. You know, he ends up on a boat, don't even tell nobody. You know, I got to bring him in next here. Listen, you know him as Blakeisha, you know him as the Brim Reaper, and some people know him as that hole in the third stall. It's Blakeisha.
Hi, everybody. It's good to be back. Greetings and salutations.
Greetings, friend.
We wanted to show out today with all this Broadway ish in the background. Hamilton, Wicked, and The Lion King. So faggotry. All right, I see you, girl.
Was that Kool-Aid at the bottom of that glass? Did I see a little bit of Kool-Aid?
No, you did not, girl.
Oh, okay. I'm just checking.
Oh, okay.
Do you need to put the glass again?
Listen, I can't. Blakeisha, listen, I know you only have 2.5 links, so how about you go ahead and give it to us so we can get to our special guest?
You know what? I can't have too many people following me, but you can find me on Instagram at RowleyB or at barf_1. That's BARPH_1, or on the Twitter at BARowley86.
He said barf. Thank you so much.
Are you still in New York?
I'm not in New York. Me and Diggy met.
Right, just ran into him.
Look at that.
How many times?
Don't try it.
Oh my God.
I'm not you.
You look refreshed though. You see what vacations do, y'all?
I know, right? Like I feel refreshed. I feel like a new woman.
So first of all, I had a wonderful time in Atlanta, but I was working and still had time on my trip, and our vacations in September. So we'll be feeling refreshed, but we'll still be doing the panel. We'll still be doing the panel. You can be in New York while we're in San Diego. So
Let me book that ticket this weekend.
Okay.
I need you to update the spreadsheet, friend, because it's getting up there.
Okay, listen. Oh, into the thick of it. All right. Now we got to introduce our special guest, good friend to the show, skincare god. You already know him. You've seen him everywhere. If you're not listening to the podcast, I don't know what to tell you. Let's give it up for my good baby, Justin-Rayne.
Hey.
Hi,
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
I pledge allegiance to the panel of the United Drag Fans of America. Matty, I love you. Thanks so much. Thank you, Zach. We appreciate you for being here.
Yes.
500 plus in the room. Justin, what's going on, boo-boo?
What's up? You guys can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Justin-Rayne or on Twitter at Rain_Justin. All my links are there. Make sure you guys check out Fuckboy Problem Season 3 is coming. And we're going to have all the guys from the panel on there talking about their fuckboy problems. I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Into the thick of it. Listen. We got to talk about Drag Race. It's been, an extra week? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I got the slideshow ready, motherfucker. So we've got visuals included.
Yes.
Ready.
There's a lot of fuck shit going on.
Oh.
You can say that again, Chris. You can say that again.
Rigor mortis.
It's some rigor mortis.
Right.
I'm with Blakeisha. You can see it. You can smell it. We're sitting in a room and it's on fire, and you try to tell me the room not on fire.
It's in the water, honey.
We're definitely at that point in the competition where it's like, hold up, girl, let's get it together before you win a read, because this is not it. Because what you tried to tell me is not what I saw.
We're not watching the same TV program.
It's also giving delusions up in here. It's giving delusions, baby.
Now, when we get into these categories here, I'm going to start leading this off by directly asking one of the panel members, and I'm going to go ahead and be fair and make sure everybody gets their piece to start it with. If the girls want to continue, they can, but that's how we're going to play this out so everybody feels like they have a voice today, because I don't want to hear it. Okay. Peaches. Episode 4? It was episode 4, and it was the Hall of whatever you want to call that. The Hall of Fame episode, the Super Bowl, bitch, okay?
Allegedly.
Let's get it started. When these babies came back into the workroom after an interesting runway, the girls decided to give the lipsticks out. And it was a close call for Miss Akira because, bitch, you were 2 votes from being sent home. Do we agree with this decision had it been y'all over Akira, Silky, Jan, and Ginger? Would you have chosen Silky or Akira in that case? I'm going to say Dooley first.
Oh, great. Excellent. So as a point, you know what? It really bothers me that we have 2 Black queens in the bottom and they both felt like they could not fight because a fan favorite or 2 were also in the bottom at the same time. It bothers me that the girls feel so vulnerable that they can't play the game like the game should be played. Do I think Silky and Akira should have been eligible? Perhaps. Do I think they should have been the only people voted on? No, Jan is sitting right there. Silky was chosen to go home. I think it is Jan's time to go. This episode, we will get to the next episode, and I'm going to stop my comments there.
Ooh, because it gets real clear in the water when we get to the next episode how this is being ran, and it's very. I'm afraid of the big bad rabbits that live on the internet.
Baby, if this was a Big Brother moment, Silky and Akira should have pulled them girls aside and been like, "Okay, honey, we both are ready to work. We're so sorry that we did a bad job for this challenge. Let's rally and maybe get one of these other girls." But the fandom, we're playing a game.
I'm gonna move it to C Diggy. What you think, baby?
No, I just wondering, can you remind me what challenge this was for?
This was the Super Bowl challenge. This was the Super Bowl challenge. Yeah, where they had to be a specific, star, I guess.
Really? And Jan was in the bottom?
Silky wasn't in that challenge.
No, Silky went home from the previous episode, and that episode was that was
the acting challenge.
The
grading challenge.
Yes, that was the acting challenge.
The advertisement.
Acted like the baby. Act like the man baby.
Yeah, that was the advertisement one.
I just keep it short and sweet. Like, personally, like, race aside, I just think, it was just Silky's time to go.
That's fair. That's fair. That is more than fair. And she wasn't gonna win anyway. Okay. So that's fair.
Jamar, you guys, you got it? Something for me, Jamar? Wait.
I mean, All Stars being the way that it is, I felt like no one's at this level of the game, how big All Stars is, no one's gonna play the game and actually play it the right way it's supposed to be done, because everyone's so worried about the post-production part of it, the fandom afterwards. Because, bitch, if Ginger, Jan, Kylie, so did any of them ever landed in the bottom, I'm going to eliminate you because I'm trying to what? Win. We're like, no, I want to be fair. I want to do what the other girls.
I mean,
what's the point of having a winner and a group vote if you're just going to both do the same thing?
Blake?
I guess I have thoughts. So, like, I think to your earlier question about Silky and Akira, like, I'm always choose Silky to go home. That just
you have two black queens in the top. So I mean,
that being said, I think looking at that challenge in total, I would have still chosen Silky regardless of my personal feelings about her. But I think I agree with what Jamar has said. Like, people are too aware of the game, and I think what's also kind of important is just, like, Trinity played the game the way I think the game was supposed to be played, and you can still do all of the things right and, like, have a good season instead of, like, thinking about what is everybody gonna say about me after this. Like, Trinity was like, I'm here to play against the best because I know I'm the baddest bitch on this cast right now. If you truly believe that about yourself, then you can play the game the way it's supposed to be played. I just don't know if these girls really believe that about themselves.
Justin, do you have anything to add onto this?
Okay, Blakeisha.
I agree with Blakeisha. Like, I agree with Blakeisha. I agree with Jamar. I think that really is the issue. I think all the post-production, the whole fan backlash, the whole, we kind of, like, believe that there's, like, a sea of, like, kind of, like, judgment and answer already to who's great, who's not. If we're going to go into this where everybody already kind of believing what they're already ranked and how they stack up against each other, then what is the point of us even competing? Because, bitch, the whole point is, like, I think I'm better than maybe who the fans believe is the best. So let me prove that, whether that be strategic, or whether that be in talent. That's the whole point of All Stars. It's supposed to be strategy meets talent. And I think that is really where, shit's going to shake. But personally, if you try me, you're done. That's the way I would play it.
So
any way,
that's
how I define try. And that's how I define try in any form. Whether that be, bitch, you looked at me funny. If you didn't give me hot glue when I asked for it.
Right.
If you try me.
So here's me on this situation. Now, I'm going to play the game knowing how the group is going to vote, because I need the group to have my side if I'm in the bottom. However, I needed to be aware that if somebody who is a top contender starts to do piss poor, is put in a position of being eliminated, do not count them out just because they're good. that it's stupid to me. I'm like, bitch, that's how they're going to make it to the top 4 and you will go home because you didn't make this decision. RuPaul can make the whole Hail Mary and bring her back if she wants to. But that decision I made was to send her home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fuck the fan, how they feel. Like if I'm trying to make it to the top and we're like doing an entire like competition, why would you keep the heaviest players to then go up against because you want this integrity of fighting the best? Fuck that, girl. They got in the bottom. Time to go.
It also makes a better show. It doesn't make sense to win if your competition was pork chop.
Yeah, what do you, girl? Please, pork chop will have the opportunity in the top 4 to do something fabulous. But if she doesn't, I'm just gonna look even better, and I'll win.
Right? I don't give a fuck.
I agree.
Girl, I'm a shark. This is the water. Boom! I'm going for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I smell blood.
That's how Trixie ass won, trying to be all PC.
That
I ain't
part.
playing PC, girl. This for $100,000, and I'm broke. I'm trying to get out of my situation.
Or if someone verbally is talking to. Go ahead, Jamar.
That I think she had with Monique was like everybody would say I want to beat the best. Like if the best is in the bottom and you have a chance to send them home, you eliminating them is beating them. That's the beating part.
And that part, and that's why when Morgan McMichaels opened her mouth, it was like, oh, so you're gonna do what with your strategy? Send her home because now we can't jab in the dark. Like we have to jab in the dark.
Opportunity. Detox had the moment to eliminate Alaska and All Stars 2, and she didn't.
And could have won. Could have won. She would have.
She would have. See, you're not gonna stand. I'm not gonna stand in my own way. That's what I'm not gonna do.
Production gave you the boom.
Over some girls ain't gonna pay my bills.
I'm just saying, if production gave you the dynamite.
If I know that, if I have it all, like I'm gonna take you to the top with me, and then I'm gonna crush you at the top. Like that's how I would do it.
Yes. And that's fine, girl, but I'm not risking it. I'm not playing with Jesus or producer.
You better be smarter than me. That's all I'm gonna say. You better be smarter than me, because if you in the bottom, then girl, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm winning this lip sync.
Take me out.
I'm winning this lip sync, so you better hope that some bad motherfucker come out here, because she's going home.
Yeah, I just wanted to add, like, I also feel like I think the rigor comes in with, it's very obvious with who they're giving camera time and who they're offering legitimate critiques to. We'll get to Scarlet, but like my example, Scarlet I thought did a great job in this challenge as Katy Perry, and like they pay her dust. They gave her nothing, but then chose to be like, "Oh, Eureka! And it was like, wait, hold on, like."
Let's seg into that, Dooley. You right. Let's get into these Hall of Fame performances. Ginger Minge is up first as Fergie. Fergie. I would ask C. Diggy your face first. What do you think of Ginger's Fergie?
It just wasn't good. I mean, she didn't. I mean, she could have did a cartwheel or something like that. Like,
could she? Could she?
Cartwheel. Super Bowl though.
Could they, Blakeisha? Could she? Like, have you seen her do a cartwheel?
She is 265 pounds and 5'3". Like, she's not a cartwheel.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I mean, she didn't give any type of essence of Fergie. She didn't even have to look like her. Just do something that's.
What's the essence of Fergie?
That's the question.
It's chaos. It's chaos. It's chaos. It's looking high as fuck on stage and being disconnected from what's happening.
Right. Like,
I'm sorry.
The Star Spangled Banner thing. Like,
Banner, yeah, what?
That wasn't the Super Bowl.
It was an all-star game for basketball, but yeah. I mean, okay, Fergie was in the Black Eyed Peas when they were on the Super Bowl, so I thought, why did you have her as Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas?
Right.
The Super Bowl, not just Fergie by herself. She came as a group. You know what I mean? That's interesting. I don't know. Fergie, I mean,
give her Fergie, or she chose.
They chose who these people were because they already had it set up to go before they got there. They've been worked on it. That's why Jiggly was like, I'd been Janet Jackson in the Super Bowl performance with the whole Rip part, and that would have been interesting. I'd have found that. Yeah, we were robbed at that moment. Ooh, there's thunder out here. Come on, don't keep the power up. Keep the power up. Okay, now.
Oh wait, and why was it Ginger's like wig? Like it wasn't even the right Fergie color. It was taking me out of the fantasy.
I mean, when I see Fergie, I think of Teresa Giudice from like Housewives of New Jersey. So like the hairline's always like,
ratio is thin.
it's it's downstairs. You know what I mean? Like the eyebrows and the foreline are coming together to conquer the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I just assumed she had those dark roots because she was used to painting a beard on her forehead. So I just assumed. Eureka O'Hara was Eureka O'Hara. How do we feel about this?
Boo.
Boo.
When did Madonna do 2 high kicks and a turnabout?
She hasn't since 1958.
I'm like, what part of culture has she not stolen from? But I've never seen her do that. You know what I mean? So, okay.
It wasn't
giving
giving
dance
material, though.
It was giving dance captain.
What team?
I think
I
her
don't know what
garment looks,
dance team, but
I like her garment,
Yeah.
but this was very much, this was Eureka as Madonna as opposed to embodying Madonna and her performance on the Super Bowl. So I was very confused when they gave her positive critiques.
This
Like,
was
it's
Eureka performing as Eureka in a Madonna costume.
That part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very meet and greet.
For me.
Very meet and greet.
yes, very meat and greet. That's a great way to put it.
What bothered me is that this was top when she didn't really do any choreography besides, move her arms to the rhythm of the beat girl. Like, I didn't understand it.
And the thing is, Madonna's a dancer, and we actually know that Eureka can keep a 1-2 step. Like, we know that you know, so why did you not do it?
We saw it. We saw 2 kicks, a turnabout, and a point. And I said, well, give her $1 because this is a Thursday night. All right. So thanks, Eureka. All right. Raja O'Hara as Diana Ross. Do we give her the boss? Oh, come on.
Yes, they tried her. They tried
did.
her. She had a whole energy from this lighting. I felt like that was Diana from right there. And this shot coming from the back. I was like, you the boss, Miss Rose.
It gave me a little rigor mortis. As obsessed as RuPaul is with Diana Ross, and then y'all paid this dust. What's the tea, girl? Because never in the history of Drag Race have y'all paid dust to anything related to Diana Ross. So why was that choice made now?
They even highlighted that moment when she said she was doing Diana, and they were like, "Oh, you picked her favorite person." I said, "Well, that storyline didn't go anywhere." Anybody else on Raja?
Did you all see Bussy Queen's timing? Also, did you all see Bussy Queen? They show like that she had like almost 10 seconds less camera time than everyone else.
Oh, I mean, they've been doing that to a couple of these babies, like where it's like, okay, they're clearly safe. Like,
Pandora Box, we ain't seen her in weeks.
Child, well, I mean, listen, Yara Sophia was giving us
Where's she been?
dead in the face, but
chop.
hips were moving.
Yeah, I mean, she gave you dead in the face, alive in the body.
Yeah.
Yara's makeup.
I wanted more.
Shakira. It was way too drag for Shakira. Tone that eye makeup down.
When Shakira is on stage, it always looks like she just dropped some acid and she's real excited to be there. Like,
but Jamar, that's toned down makeup for Yara.
Yo, the boo.
The eyeliner, just is so much liner, so much.
Yole, that was what the Yole was. That was the eyeliner. That's what it was doing. 'Cause we missed it.
Oh
in the
my
house.
god! Oh my
We
god!
missed it. I'm just saying it was Yolate. I can't. Poor Yara Sophia. Up next was Scarlet Envy as Katy Perry, starting out as a shark and then moving on to the beach bomb or beach ball outfit. What did we think of Scarlet? Jamar?
Should have been high.
Duly second that.
never in a million years would I ever thought in 2021 that I would be supporting Scarlet Envy in her Drag Race, you know, whatever. But like, she's been doing a damn good job this season, and for her, they paid her fucking dust. And I think they've been paying her fucking dust because they've chose to elevate other specific girls, and I think that's unfair.
Oof. See, Dickie.
I'm just glad Scarlett's getting the recognition that she deserves. I always liked Scarlett. I thought she did great here.
Oh, Blakeisha.
Oh no, it was the I always liked Scarlett, and I was like, you did? Like,
yeah, I
she was nice to me when I met her a few times.
I mean, I think this performance of Scarlett for me was just kind of like, whatever, like you're safe. But I do agree, she's been turning it for this season, and I also never thought I would say that about Scarlett. in my life.
It's been the runways for me. Justin, what about you, honey?
I agree with everyone else. I think Scarlet came back here like with a clear elevation. She's actually been really great this season, and I feel like she was robbed.
Mm. Oh, Scarlet, we'll get to your story in just a second, darling. Next up is Kylie Sonique Love as Steven Tyler. What do we think of this boy drag rendition of a famous plastic face?
Steven
Mad
Tyler
TV.
is difficult to do. Yes, it's hard to do. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever seen any like performance. Steven Tyler always looks like he's on the cocaine girl and he's drunk as like. But he be going in. So like, I thought she did justice. I'm surprised they didn't elevate her more, considering the clear boy drag, girl drag, and they gave us nothing.
I just don't know that he was the one I would have wanted to see in this. Like, of all the Super Bowl performances you could have had, all the people you could have created and even given to Kylie, like, I just don't know that Steven Tyler is the energy for me that I want to remember at a Super Bowl.
I think they just wanted the trans woman to be a man and see if they're going to pull that off.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, it could have been Kylie's decision to do that in general, but let's say that they gave the options by showing the list. Of course, it would be interesting to do so. I thought Kylie did a good job. It's not like, okay, well, where is Steven Tyler going to do? He's going to get on the microphone and scream at it, which is what we got. So I was okay with the performance, but Kylie, it was good. Next up is Jonathan. So Jan was Lady Gaga. What did you think of this performance?
I thought she did a really good job. I mean, I've seen Gaga 6 times, and she really embodied Gaga to me. So,
okay,
she completed her assignment. We're not going to take away.
I think people just don't like her.
I'm going to get to why later on when we get to the other end of the program, but I'm going to take my moment now and say I think Jan did a very good job during this particular challenge. And if I was going to praise Jan at any point of the competition, it was going to be here. I don't think she should have won, but I would still praise her.
Stamp, Jamar?
I mean, I agree. I think she did a wonderful job. However, I don't see the audience resonating with this performance as they did with others. I see people sharing Scarlet's performance. I see people even sharing Raja's, and of course, Trinity's has been everywhere. And the only thing that I could think of that gave Jan the win here was the fact that Trinity's runway was a little subdued, and Jan gave a whole dark lady moment. It was like, okay, this kind of pushed you a little bit over the edge. But as far as just the performance goes, it was good, but Trinity was better.
Well,
yeah, that's the only reason. Like, Trinity didn't slay the runway.
Blake?
I mean, I think I agree with what Julie said. If I was going to give Jan her roses, I would give them to her now. I mean, this was a B- performance for me. It was good. It was good enough. I would not say that anybody's clamoring for her to do Gaga, but it was, she finished the assignment. And her runway was spectacular. Her runway was spectacular. I will give her.
I disagree.
Justin,
take that back.
Before we get to the runway, what about the performance, Justin?
I agree with everybody else. It was, I mean, she did what she thought was her best, and I believe she gave her best, and that best was a B for me.
Okay. Listen, I thought there was a performance that was, I thought this was a performance, and I thought it was done by a person who loved a pop idol as they walked into the workroom as said pop idol. And I witnessed, a queen doing what a queen loves to do, was perform Gaga. So go on, queen. Go on. Next person. Akira C. Davenport as Prince. This landed her in the bottom. What do we think?
I was shocked. Like, she was my top 3 that I liked. I thought she did okay.
I think she was okay. She was just safe for me, but I think the critiques that they gave to her about not embodying Prince, I said, but Prince was small. He did small movements. Like, she did everything that she knows about Prince to do well, and she did them well. It felt like we just don't want you to wear it in this moment right now.
And how was she gonna do Prince? Because Prince is like very nuanced with little things that he does and certain motions and movements. So it's also like, was she supposed to stand there and give a shady cat eye, like a point of singing? Because Prince wouldn't perform like that. That's in an interview style, and we're not interviewing Prince. We're having Prince perform. So I do think that it was a good effort. I was sort of like want to it, but I was like, what was she gonna do? Like, show your booty. All right, Bobby Lights. Like, what do you want me to do here? Like, you know what I mean?
Not Bobby Lights.
I mean,
Right.
of course, Akira is much better than Bobby Lights in real life. But I'm just saying that's facts.
Hers was more memorable than a lot of other queens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
and
wouldn't know what to tell her to do differently.
Exactly.
Well, someone said Prince does splits and spins. Have you seen Akira dance?
Barely.
she does splits and spins.
Sister, she literally just told us there was no boom cat in her register at all. Like,
But I
She'll
think
do a
the caveat,
split. She'll do a split.
the caveat though is Prince did spins and splits back in his 20s and 30s when he did the Super Bowl. This was what
That was when it rained.
2008?
It rained at that Super Bowl.
Correct. So like Prince wasn't doing that in the performance. So
wasn't
I don't know why that
Beyonce
would be
there?
required. No,
No,
that was
so it was like
2016.
they almost canceled Prince's performance, and he was like, "I'm gonna do Purple Rain in the Rain," and like it was literally storming at the Super Bowl, and he's sitting there. There's like a ballet dancer out there. It's actually beautiful to watch.
It's so sad to hear about that because that man actually gave a fuck about his music and talent, and we got to witness that. Like when the girls perform in the rain, that's how you know they give fucks. Like, okay, bitch, I'm not gonna Lauryn Hill this. I'm not 4 hours late in like clear weather and no traffic. You know what I'm saying? Like my hotel's connected to the venue. Like, you know what I mean? Like.
It reminds me of that interview where he was like, "Oh, my mic was on." I was like,
"Yeah."
You know he do not play that shady queen, baby.
But Akira, it is what it is. Storyline. Oh, okay. Now,
Not just made me laugh.
listen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was the Grammys. Excuse me for Beyonce and Prince. Ja. Who's got the rights for the button? Like what? Okay, listen. What do you think of Pandora Box's someone who grants wishes?
Okay.
I laughed.
I did too. I heard Zatarads the entire time that she was I was like, Zatarads. I was like, they're about to sell me rice or something. Like, this is crazy.
I think the performance was safe. I also think this was very strategic because if I remember correctly, there's not a lot of footage for this particular performance that still exists today because of how they stored footage back in that era.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that gave Pandora Box a lot of leeway to just kind of do what the fuck she wanted to do, which I think would have benefited her. She did the assignment. It was safe. It was funny. I enjoyed it.
I was entertained. 800 plus people in the room. Shout out to you here watching the panel. See, Diggy, what did you think of the Zatarain's Rice Lady?
She did great to me. I mean, this was in her wheelhouse. She stuck to her strengths, which is really good. So, I mean, I thought she did great.
Cheryl Canning.
Cheryl Canning.
Damn, Monique Hart, why y'all do that girl like that?
Oh my God. I'm just saying, like this, she looks like she's about to serve me a bowl of rice in the wintertime. Like it's cold outside. Just get your
She look like Mrs. Claus in a musical on Broadway.
She would.
She look like Mrs. Claus. It looked like a Christmas play or something.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Or like Pennywise in the alternate universe. Very that. Yeah, very.
Pennywise in the alternate
I've got a balloon down
She looked
here.
like she just got the Winterfell. She just landed in the Winterfell, and she was like, "Fetch me my furs."
Not Game of Thrones, the musical.
Okay.
Yes,
that a monster over there? Like very, very out of place. Okay, Pandora. I'm done. I'm done laughing at your sister. Thank you.
Zatarain's in my house too. I'm from New Orleans, so it's just funny.
Wait, black socks, white shoes should be allowed at church.
Be allowed at church. Come on, Kennedy. Yes.
That shit was so funny. All right, poor thing. All right, now Trinity K Bonet finally redeemed Beyonce on the show by many levels, leaps and bounds. Um, all of that. What do we think of Trinity K Bonet's performance as Beyonce at the Super Bowl? I'll start with Jamari D4 first for obvious reasons. You are on mute.
Sorry. Go ahead, bitch. I said I knew once they told her she was going to do Beyonce, because she does Beyonce effortlessly on her own time. Now she used to just do it in front of the platform. It's just like, how can y'all let her do Beyonce like this and not give her this win? It's truly homophobia. Truly homophobia.
That part, bitch. That part.
And after what Bianca said to her,
the storyline that would have been like to have that moment would have been like, boom, Drag Race Universe explosion.
I mean, it sucks that she had to give up that win because of Jan's storyline and losing musical challenges. But like, I felt wrong. I felt robbed for her. I felt robbed for my sister.
And Bring Back My Girls never sounded better.
That part.
I want that version only.
Can we get it on iTunes? Can we get that?
Like, not the Beyonce-esque voice of "Bring back my girls," da da da. Bring back my girls, da 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 da. I was like, what is that?
Where they at?
it was good. It was good.
Solomon used to perform with Todrick. She was the one that sung that song. Beyonce, that bitch insane. So shout out to
Okay. See, Diggy, as a Beyonce Platinum Rewards member, class level C971234. Tell me what you thought of this.
And seeing Beyonce perform like 12 times in my life, she was exceptional. And she didn't even need Jamal to give her choreography. Like, this was
that was funny. When they were doing the choreography part, it was like, girl, this clearly.
That ain't even what she about to do. I didn't even think she was. I didn't see none of that move.
She knew how to do.
Literally, she was like, "Oh, like this? Oh yeah, you got it."
Yes, Chris is diamond level.
I am. This is the queen that I
diamond level.
This is the queen that I was like, she's gonna win All Stars. So from now on, queen, like that's
from
all.
Now on. Oh, that's a good callback. I'm a platinum Beyonce member, everybody. I've only been to 4 concerts, but one of them was on the run. So that's like a plus bonus for me because I went to the husbands too. See how that works? Okay.
Not to get bonus points for dealing with the husband.
I had to see Camel Joe. It was a good time.
You get 2 times the points.
I felt like that man was throwing cigarette packs at people.
You better get your GoFundMe points, bitch. You better get your GoFundMe points.
But it was everything. It was everything. I'm just saying, like Beyonce rising from the stage as Jay-Z descends down to hell. It was like, all right, Illuminati, you better show me what's going on behind the scenes. I loved it.
Not hidden messages.
I'm just saying, they said she wore this outfit. Listen, it was frills and thrills. That was correct, right? Or for the frill of it? It was
frill of it all.
Frill of it all.
I always said for the frill of it.
That's cute.
Okay, see, I'm not the one. This ain't my show. All right, Ginger Minge, what did we think?
The best she's ever.
I thought it was an A. I thought it was a B, like a B minus.
Okay. We're doing grades? Cool. I'll say A minus because I thought it was lovely, but it should have always been lovely. Ooh.
I'm gonna give it a B.
It's given like little Bo Peep, like Mary Had a Little Lamb. All she needs is that little staff and the sheet next to her. But yeah, I give it a B.
She's an 82 for me.
A B minus.
Ooh, numbers.
Minus. There you go.
He's a different teacher. Okay.
Numbers work too.
Numbers work too.
All right, let's move on here. Thanks, Ginge. Next up is Eureka O'Hara.
As Lizzo. As White Lizzo.
I hate this.
That is White Lizzo.
I mean, this is a 60.
That's White Lizzo. I thought this was White Lizzo. Dead ass. As soon as she walked out.
Oh,
girl, I can't unsee it now.
I thought she borrowed this like dead ass. I would not be surprised if we heard this is a pull from like a friend of a friend pull. I would not be surprised.
Girl, this
what was this song?
This is ugly.
I don't like this.
What, like
ugly.
So Blake, what was your score again?
She's like a 13.
Oh, okay. So see me after class. See me after class on that report card.
You've got extra credits due for months.
Jamar, what you got, bitch?
70.
Ooh,
wait,
almost.
what numbers are we doing now? Like,
right?
Because I'm thinking
Sorry,
1
y'all,
to
I
10,
did
and
great.
now I'm hearing 13 and 70. I'm like,
This is out of 100.
The 13 was she failed horribly. Like she got like 2 or 3 things right
Out
on
of
the
100 on.
exactly. And then
So-
the 70 was she got
scores.
So she got 5 points for writing her name down correctly, and then like you
Correct.
gave the rest of it other points. Okay. This to me is a good old flat D. I don't like it for some reason. It's like what's happening here? Like it's not horrible, but it's also like, why is that the pant? Why is the chaps the frills? Like, and the hat looks cheap as fuck.
and that hair looks cheap.
It's like, girl.
I don't think the silhouette flatters her body. Like she's usually really good at proportionizing and making sure shit is where it's supposed to go. But this it doesn't flatter her. It looks like a blob of fabric.
I'm giving it a D too because someone's like, no, it's an F. I'm giving it a D because I like the color pink. That's like where I like actually am okay with the look. It is very pretty in the sense of the color, but it stops there. It's like color.
I actually feel like she ruined the color for me because she made it look like Pepto-Bismol. It kind of looks like Octopussy. The makeup, her face is washed out. Actually, when you look in, like when you get into the face, she actually looks washed out. And the way she cut it makes her miss. It look like she's
talking about
she's bulleting forward. Like
it
makes her
episode.
like and she knows her silhouette.
It was
like,
the same thing with the most recent episode.
It's giving like what's the movie Fishtail? Like she looks like an octopus, like a squid or something.
Take makeup on her face. She looks a fool. Thank you.
In that beauty store wig, we all know that number 11 wig. Like girl, like no.
Boo,
and you are on We're Here. And you were on We're Here, girl.
Number 11.
Next,
girl, we know that's second row too, bitch. That's the second row,
right? Like, I'm over this.
Because you know, when they get the good wigs, they got to get the little hook and get it off the top.
Yes, and you know you got to put on the wig cap first to even try that on for sanitary reasons.
So moving on to Raja O'Hara here. I need letter scores here. These numbers are throwing us off. A, B, C, D, or F, honeys. I need it. What's the score?
A.
It gets an A.
Black Cinderella.
I like A too. I think this is beautiful. The color is great for her. The wig was right. Like it was very fantasy. I knew who that was. The doll is in stores now. It's available. You feel me? Like very in the box.
It's an A- only because Trinity did the whole story a little bit better a couple episodes prior, where she left a shoe on the stage. Like I was like, but regardless, it's still stunning.
I want to put her on the top of my Christmas tree.
It's only an A- for me because I don't necessarily care for the frill on the arms. I love it on the bodice and everywhere else, but the arms were slightly distracting. But yeah,
I like it better than the one that Akira wore for the panel.
What did Akira wear?
The reptile sleeves we'll get to see in a second.
Oh, the arms.
I thought she was about to spit on someone. Oh,
I give this.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's an A- too, but she kind of looks like the black version. Like you remember when they redid like Cinderella, the reboot, like the gown she had on, the new Cinderella. It gave me that instantly, like Enchanted.
Okay,
it's beautiful.
Very, very her. Go ahead, Raja. Next up is Yara Sophia with the All Stars 1 wig in a different connotation. What do we give this look for a frills challenge, where it's really she's literally wearing French? Because I didn't grade this. I was like, oh no, because you didn't do the assignment to me. So I was like, I don't see frills.
Yeah, I was like, she came out as a windmill and said.
I'm curious because when the girls get the list of the looks that they're supposed to bring, they're not always as specific as what we see on TV. So I'm curious if she just didn't do the assignment, or if maybe it was a little vague and she just went left when all the other girls went right.
Yeah,
I'm with the misread and the language barrier.
I mean, I was thinking it, Justin. So just so that you're not alone, I was thinking.
No, someone said it. I feel like she like quickly read. She was like fringe frill after like 30 days of you rushing and you trying to do all this last minute. She said she did it a couple days before she got there. So I think it was just kind of like the last thing on your list at the top of your mind. You've been running through this list.
See, Diggy, what's your thoughts, honey?
Yeah, a D, only because I feel like it was lost in translation.
A D.
A D.
And then you said lost in translation. Shut your face. Blakeisha, what you like me about?
I mean, I guess I would give her like, I know I made a face, but like maybe it's like a D or a C minus for me. Part of it is the hair though, and I know that's Yada's like aesthetic is this whole like pop it on hair, but like it girl, know when it works and know when it doesn't, and it just doesn't work here for me.
Meh.
And Coco Chanel always said, before you leave your house, take something off.
I just hate orange too, so it really didn't help for me. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
hate the color.
it's not my favorite. I was like, okay, girl. Next, all right, in this ghostly makeup, Scarlet Envy. Oh,
A. I think she looks great.
Her
Agreed.
makeup gotten just leaps and bounds better.
And I love how hats are her thing now, and she's styled like I think she looks stunning.
Other people got other signature things.
I give it an A. Like, I don't think the photos do it justice. Like, she really did look stunning when she walked down the runway.
and those heels too. My God, the one thing I didn't like was the jeweled lip. I was like, but I just thought it was very pussy. I was like, this is so pussy. Like, give me fashion, give me a show. Like, I love this so much. I thought Scarlet did the assignment, and her makeup was right. Kylie Sonique Love. What do we give this?
I didn't love this as much as someone else did.
I like it.
I'm with you, Jamar. I actually didn't like this. When I saw this, I actually thought that this was just like an original like straight gown because that fabric is actually pretty cheap. And I just thought she just cut 2 slits and we were just making it rock. I felt like Paola got this look through.
Paola.
Oh my goodness.
Paola.
Oh
I'm gonna give it a
Hey,
A minus. A minus.
It's a C for me. It's a C for me.
It's a C plus for me.
Because the midsection I can't see like her shape at all in the center in her waist.
Okay.
It's a B for me. Lose the sleeves.
Okay.
yeah.
Same. Lose the sleeves. And I want you to beef up the hair because I want you to lean into the mermaid fantasy of it all. But like,
Yeah. Someone said Raja's half sister.
The evil stepsister.
I care. That's funny. We'll get to the table talk in a second. All right, Jan. So here she go, giving you bordello. I got a little gun in my thigh fantasy. I own this saloon, but not really because I got problems in no time of day. What we give this? What we give this?
I think this is the best Jan has ever looked
Ever.
in Drag Race. Period. So let me go ahead and give you your flowers, sis. You look like you just came off the set of Westworld, and you were giving. It was something unexpected that we haven't seen. This is what we want to see more of. If you want to get the praise that you feel that you deserve.
agree.
Pretty much.
I don't like Jan Goes Westworld. I don't like her. I don't want to see more of that in the future. But I do believe this looks great. But I also believe this is a piece from the set of Westworld, and that's where my issue resides. And I don't think this is the best she's ever looked.
I'm trying to think. What would be the
But
best?
Her black
I don't
water
know.
was good too.
Yeah, I feel like she's had some other looks that felt like more signature Jan. This does not feel like Jan at all.
Well,
But I feel like she looks clean. She looks great. Everything. I feel like all of those points I hit. Yeah, she's clean. She looks great. It just looks like she's about to go read about vampires or something. I don't know.
But what if it is? Wow, that she's about to go read about vampires and in a Starbucks or a Barnes and Noble. There we go. In a Barnes
You
and
said
Noble.
she's Jan Vampire Hunter.
Yeah, it's giving very Renaissance fair.
I thought this was a. I thought this
Like
was a
paid gig though, like paid gig, like top tier. Like they
Listen,
get paid for
this
the
seems
whole
well
season.
together. This seems a little well together for Jan. We let's get to the next week, which we're going to talk about in a second, before we drag somebody. But this was a high B. It's a heavy B. You know what I'm saying?
This is an A look.
It's a
Yeah, it's an A. I think it's an A for sure.
it's a Raven Simone. There we go. It's a heavy B. There it is. Like
The
Interview with the vampire. Someone said.
Dancer.
Interview with the vampire.
Pandora box.
Interview with the.
No.
Oh, not the laugh.
I'm gonna give
A letter to Daddy.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give our sister Pandora. I'm gonna give her a C. I'm gonna give her a C because I feel like this dress is ugly on purpose. That's kind of like in her vein of like humor.
Trixie would wear the fuck out of this. Do you hear me?
I don't particularly think
Trixie
this
would
is
have cut off them
cute.
sleeves and ate
It's
this.
a C.
I think I want Pandora to realize she's gotten older, and she looks like she's gotten older.
Wait, no, I will not.
That was such a read.
I
That
will
was
not.
such a read. Oh my god.
I'm not entertaining that. I'm not entertaining that, Blake. I'm not entertaining it. Whoa.
It does look like a grandma wearing her granddaughter's dress. Oh my god! In that picture, it does look like a grandma like got her head up, and she's got on her granddaughter's like panty dress, and she just like put it, and she just like put her head in it, and she can't fit in the rest. Oh my god!
No.
Are you trying to look younger, sis, or are you trying to look old?
I won't do it. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. Wait a minute.
Blake,
Wait a
it looks
minute.
like one of the garments from Tu Wong Fu when they find that old shit up in the attic.
What?
And they just put on the garments. That's what this looks like.
That's what
Y'all,
this looks like. Oh no,
listen.
friend, this is mine.
Y'all better leave the doll that has been found after many years of being buried alone. I am sick of it.
This is Annabelle at 40.
She would listen. This is if they just listen.
40, bitch, you're reaching. 40.
Listen. I cannot. I have to move past this outfit. Pandora, we're glad to see you in the
Porcelain box.
competition.
Please do.
Porcelain box.
Damn,
That's what
Blake.
it's given.
I am trying so hard not to like. I can't. Oh my god. Did I forget a
Blake
picture?
came for a life.
I must have forgot a picture. Who did I forget on purpose? Wait, I'm
The
sorry.
best look.
No, that's it. Oh well, damn.
No, Trinity's look. So I messed up Trinity's look. My bad. Trinity was right after that. For the girls who remember, that was a Salmon dress. I gave it a B. It was just assignment. My bad. I'm sorry. I think I put it over versus in the synchronicity of it all. But Trinity's look was good. It was just pageant, and it was just kind of like, okay, thank you. But we then moved on to Akira, and it was like,
okay.
You winner, baby.
I have a question. I have a question, y'all, because okay, first of all, Akira looks stunning. My question to the judges at this point in the competition is, does the runway count? And I think they need to be blatantly clear about that because it feels like sometimes they be like, "Oh, the runway counts and you're safe," and other times like they pay dust to what's being done on the runway, and they still be putting girls on the bottom.
But it fits with the narrative that they're trying to tell. Because
I think it's selective, yes, for the
runway
narrative.
counted this week because Jan won.
Yeah, they needed an excuse to pick Jan. I agree. I think it's selective.
whenever Rue chooses to count the runway, yes, Trinity looked like she was wrapped in bacon, but Rue has given wins to worse runways. Oh, we know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get there soon. We'll get there soon.
Wouldn't that be the case? Wouldn't that be the case this upcoming week?
Mm-hmm.
This past week?
Child.
You want to come that way?
We'll get there, Justin. The slides over
with
there.
With the bug catcher from Pokemon.
Listen.
Come on, bug catcher.
So Jan, Eureka, and Trinity were in the top. Eureka was in the top with Jan and Trinity. I don't agree with that, so I'm not going to give an open to be like, do you agree with you? Y'all agree with me, but who would you have put in there? Scarlet Envy has been said, but anybody else that could have gone in that spot outside of a standstill Madonna?
Scarlet replaced Eureka.
I think Scarlet, yeah. She truly, she hopped out of a whole shark suit, and that's not easy to do with timing. And, when they timed it, she actually had the longest performance that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I feel
I think that deserves some type of credit.
I would have been violent and just said there are 2 tops this week and the rest of you girls is bottoms.
That's
Yes, that honestly, why do we have to pick 3?
That's the other thing that pisses me off because they're also being selective when it's a bottom 2 versus a bottom 4 or a bottom 5.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think the rest of y'all ain't bottom.
But see, you know what? It's like that it tarnishes Queen's track record senselessly because they're like, oh, well, they've been in the bottom 3 times, but it was, you know, damn well I should not have been that goddamn bottom. Like,
well, at the end of it all, Jan won the episode over Trinity, and it was very strange to see that. But again, Runway apparently counted heavy in this episode, and when it came time to deliberate, Akira and Yara Sophia are in the bottom. Yara said she's not a beggar and didn't really give a case. At that point, it's like, do you keep her or like do you send someone big like Akira home? Because it's like, what's going on here, girl? Like,
baby, like even if you don't feel like you have to beg, this is a game, bitch. And like sometimes you gotta humble yourself and have a conversation in a way that you maybe not perhaps like enjoy. At the point that you say, I'm not begging, that's the end of discussion, girl. I'm voting for you and you're going home. Like that ends the conversation.
The girls don't believe you want to be here anymore. Or they believe you're too good to do that.
This is also week 2 of you coming with this speech talking about you too good, you're not gonna beg, you above this. If you above this, then you can just be at home above it.
You're supposed to make it hard.
I'm not.
Give them a hard choice to make. If you make it easy, then it's just harder for you.
Right, and as you telling them to go fuck themselves, but you really didn't fight for it. Listen, now coming up next was the lip sync assassin giving us chin. Jessica Wilde here. Jessica Wilde showed up, not winning a lip sync ever as a lip sync assassin. Questions.
I will say she wore Jen the fuck out.
We'll discuss that in a second here. Yeah, before we talk about wearing people out, we'll discuss that.
Does this not feel like a setup? Is anybody else not questioning if Big Brother is in the room? Did we not story arc this season and we called this girl in and we cast her to send her friend home? I'm just saying, last season we seen this with Alexis Mateo and her daughter. I'm just saying, Big Brother, are we not seeing what's going on, people? Is it just me?
In Untucked, she was wearing a Yara Sophia and Jessica Wilde shirt.
She was.
I said, you're joking me. Like, this is some bull banana fuckery. Like, real talk. Okay, so the Crimson Chin is here to lip sync against Jonathan. And they went up against Womanizer, which is a top tier Britney song. I was not impressed. I'm going to have to just be honest with you. Jan was malfunctioning while Jessica Wilde was having a fight with her wig line.
No, it wasn't a fight with her wig. It was just doing, I whip my hair back and forth instead of womanizer.
I was like,
yes.
I mean, this is the problem. Jan does really good when it comes to mixes. Whenever it comes to actual dancing and performing in this, she gives us the dance sequence from White Chicks, and that's a problem.
Or she only gives the only dance sequence that her and Rosé have learned in their years of their drag careers that they also repeat and put in their mixes. I was immediately taken away from this because I saw Jan in this same outfit on Broad City last season. And I was like, why are you wearing this Christmas dress?
They've stolen from black folks?
Yes, these dances that they stole from black folks. So I was immediately taken away from this when I saw her in this Christmas dress and this I just finished crying wig. I couldn't get into it. So Jessica won just for presentation alone.
C. Diggy, what did you think of this performance?
It was a mess for me. Yeah, like
somebody put on
that's the right person won.
It's weird, y'all. This is just an observation. Like it's interesting because black culture now is pop culture, and for the white girls that want to ooze pop culture, they're in this space where it's like, oh shit, like what can I do?
Nothing.
Just an observation.
All right.
I don't know.
I mean,
You dropping like a dead body in the street is not it.
let's talk about it because this bitch damn near killed herself just trying to land on the ground inappropriately. I thought Jan broke her ankle. I was like, what was this turnabout? The death? Like, did you?
It was painful.
Had you broke your neck, what were we gonna do? You know what I mean? Were we gonna stop the song? Sorry.
I want someone to put the picture of Rose when she dropped and Jan side by side. I bet they both look like victims on the street.
It looked like
they just got
fry.
hit.
It looked like a crinkled fry, just sitting there laying on the street, like
horrible.
Crinkled fries look more appetizing because crinkled fries have color.
I said on the street, Justin. I said on the street. Okay. Once it's touched the ground after 5 seconds, it's no longer flavorful. And that's what I got from you. I got everything but the salt. And I just asked for many questions. Why was your neck broken? What was happening there that you wanted to be Gigi Good, you know, as the robot, as Maria the robot? And then I Bitch, I looked at Jessica Wilde. Wow. I was like, I think she's gonna die. I didn't understand like what was happening here.
I feel like Jessica, like maybe it's I used to live in Boston. Jessica was also in Boston. Like I've watched Jessica for a while. I love Jessica Wilde. It's just high energy, it's hair, it's everything that I actually want to see from her. So she put Jan in the grave. It was great. And to a song I've been wanting to hear Drag Race.
There was no choice.
I deserve a better lip sync Womanizer. I deserve a better lip sync.
I don't think
Blake, like Jan gave her the shovel. Come on now. Jan gave her the shovel. She had no choice to. If anybody else went up against Jessica Wilde, they would have wore her low. And that's the truth.
I don't disagree with that. I think that Jessica is hair whips and like movement.
Man, they would have. Simone would have walked around her and clowned. That's saying something. She'd have walked around and pointed.
Oh yeah, Simone would have ate a Womanizer.
It done nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been nothing.
Well, Simone would have done what Jan did for Womanizer and been better at it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, Farnsworth. I'm tired of them wasting these songs we've been waiting years to hear on these girls that don't exude that energy. Stop it, please.
It was an up-tempo Britney song, and y'all listen, Jessica. I appreciate you spinning around and basically making sure the glue is right. And Jan, I understand that you pointed at a lot of things. You know, not at a win here, but you pointed at a lot of stuff. You had an issue with the chiropractor, and you were letting him know I need to come back again. But it was not good for me personally for a Britney Spears Womanizer song. It was C at best. C.
I love
it sucks to win the challenge and lose the 10 grand.
Pandora made her comment about her short circuiting, and Pandora did the same thing in her talent number in episode 1.
You're right.
I mean, some dogs can't teach you Jamar. You know, there you go. Listen, Ranch, here's a bowl of rice. Like there it is. But this was that performance. This performance to me was a bowl of rice with maybe a little dab of butter on it. That's what it was. Jessica Wilde wins. There goes Jan being a robot.
Ooh,
just
manic,
so we're clear.
Manic, baby.
Manic.
Manic.
It's giving manic, baby.
So they're like,
I'm sorry. Put that girl on some value. Block her up. Put her on a drip.
And here's the giggle. Jessica Wilde had Yara Sophia's lipstick and didn't even know it was in there as Yara's. Like they gave her it covered. But like had Jan won, it'd have been a Akira sent home and Jessica wouldn't have had to send her friend home. However, because production likes to make people hurt and cry, she sent her best friend home.
Her best friend.
Oh God. And
no, but Jan,
and I forget who it was that said it, but they were like, RuPaul doesn't care about us. This is not something you do.
Didn't they,
friend.
Why didn't they get Derek Barry? But then that would have just been two blah ass bitches for a minute and a half. That would have been even worse, probably.
Oh,
Derek kind of good.
Somebody said this may be alleged tea. Yara said she had a phone and was talking with Jessica during, and apparently they swapped the days she was supposed to show up to Lip Sync Assassin. Well, I don't know.
Allegedly, I heard the same thing. Allegedly, so that may or may not be true. Allegedly,
if Derek shows up, if Derek shows up, this will feel like that really coincides. So we'll be watching as followers. But bye, Yara. Moving on to the next episode. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. So Yara Sophia's gone. everyone said, well, she said, fuck us. So peace. I feel like a robot malfunctioning is a white queen go-to when you got nothing else. Jan, Pandora, Gigi, Justin-Rayne.
They do all do that.
Justin-Rayne doing Nicki Minaj.
Yes, you remember on Pound the Alarm? She did that with that little short pin.
Horrible.
And that horrible little dress. What was that little dress?
She was wearing something that was cutting into her, so she had to like put on a jacket over some like panties. That was basically it. They go through the lipsticks here, and everyone picked Yara except for Yara, and Jan's dumbass pulled a stupid move. It was like, now, girl, you knew they weren't going to pick Akira, but you picked it, and now you need to, Jan, explain yourself. Explain, Jan.
I would have laughed. I'd have been like, girl, I voted for y'all too, bitch.
Girl,
and be like, let's all wonder who did it. Yes, bitch.
Grab all
like,
the lipsticks and pushed them in the box with Akira's. They like, whoop, right in there.
Yes, I was all about it real quick.
Jan sat up there and lied her face off. Like
Did she lie?
No, she did lie. She lied. What she wanted was. Go ahead, Justin.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Why do the girls feel like they had to explain themselves?
That's what Scarlet said, girl. On your decisions.
I wanted to send you home because I thought you would be competition. I thought you did the worst.
And that's the truth.
Leave it at that.
She was hoping she would have won the lip sync, sent Akira home, and not really had to say anything about it. Besides, I sent the girl home who was best for me to send home for my game. She ended up lying, and the girl sent Yara home, and she's like, "Fuck, I got to backpedal my way out of this shit now."
Because she knows to put a target on her back because everyone will be looking at her now, and it's like, okay, so what are you about to do? What's going on here? Jan, you were in trouble, girl. You already know it, and now everyone's looking at you in your Tinseltown outfit, okay? Jazz,
girl.
RuPaul's bald head and glasses shows up into the workroom to give the girls their new maxi challenge, which involves them stealing from Jada Pinkett Smith and other Black women with the red table talk by doing the pink table talk. They need to then jump into groups together with them having 9, and then it'll just go from there. Chaos, right? We have Eureka, Trinity, and Akira in one group. We've got Kylie. Hold on. Come on, Mac. I got Kylie, Scarlet, and Raja in the other group. And then we got Ginger, Jan, and Pandora in the last group. The topics are sex, body, and motherhood. Okay, so yeah, to see how this is rolling, because this episode to me was dry crackers. Now, Akira claimed sex because why not? Eureka, Trinity, and Akira can talk about that. That's fine. Motherhood was a little bit of a troublesome moment here because Scarlet really, really, really wanted to talk about it since they have 2 moms. Gasp. Ginger Minge is planning on adopting a child, so why not have a talk about motherhood? Let's rock, paper, scissors for it. Scarlet wins the rock, paper, scissors. Oh, how you should have lost. I'm just saying, it was like, ooh, bitch. Like, I guess, but you won, and I know you're happy, but yeah, you weren't going to be happy later. What did we think of that whole routine that we just witnessed in there with that situation? Pam.
This felt strategic in some areas. I mean, I think Eureka knows what it means to rest on the laurels of her Black friends. And so in this particular composition, it was like, if we do bad, I know I can push Akira under the bus. If we do good, work. I don't know why Scarlet pushed so hard for that motherhood thing. Details pending, but like, work, bitch.
Ciao.
I mean, the 2 mom storyline would be, you would think, would be a to talk about, but it was weird. I want to get to the actual judging part because the rest of this is.
I think it was just a strategy gone bad. I think Scarlet had a strategy. She knew Scarlet knew she was gonna try to wear that dress, and she was like, "This will tie really well with this if I can tell this story." That's what it was. I just think the way she delivered it or executed it kind of fell flat. Plus the rigor mortis.
Justin, that's exactly. She had a story she wanted to tell, and that's where she fucked up because you weren't good enough in actually telling your story. when they
Yes, it had the potential.
Oh, we're going to talk about it because I have my own ideas of that. But I want to also discuss this moment here where Kylie and Sonique, Kylie and Sonique, Kylie and Scarlet. Kylie and Scarlet had this weird moment. Thank you, Raja, for doing what we need to do, which is, I'm not in this bitch. I'm going to be quiet. I'm just going to stand here because I'm part of this group. But Scarlet kind of made Kylie feel insecure a little bit about their position as the moderator right before they were about to go on. And it was like, when I addressed this initially, you said nothing. Now we're here and we're talking about this. How do you feel in this moment with Scarlet Scarlet and Kylie? Are you Raja or are you one of these two hoes?
This feels to me like they asked Scarlett some questions and she had some concerns initially that she didn't voice, and then they just brought them together for her to voice them. Because I will say Scarlett's questions and concerns to Kylie are actually on point. They're valid. Like, Kylie's been quiet the whole season. Like, can you actually host this? Is a true concern. And so I think it felt like she had a conversation she was wanting to have. They were just like, let's have this conversation at a different time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jamar?
Can you blame her though?
Well, I mean,
remember that this was, if I remember correctly, this was taped before season 13. So like, she's probably in the mindset like, okay, I'm a trans woman in this competition. I know the history, girl. Let me make sure that I tread lightly.
that's true. That's true.
Also, remember, Scarlett put into context that her and Kylie had just done an acting challenge together. And when you think about that process of them working together, I totally got, hey, bitch, we just worked together. I know what working with you is like, and you didn't really give what we needed you to give last time. And I want us to be successful. I just think maybe like the word choice and Kylie's sensitivity a little bit and timing kind of like didn't allow this advice to really hit the nail the way it should have.
Okay. Jamar?
It felt like a production moment where they were just trying to stir up some, pre-challenge drama. I mean, is it valid? Sure. And truthfully, like when it came to like the moderator roles, it seems like those are the only roles that were set for someone to win. Like if it wasn't Eureka, Kylie, or Ginger, then the other girls weren't really good. They were either going to be safe or in the bottom.
I'm here with that. Let's get into the first table talk group with Eureka, Akira, and Trinity. C Diggy 1, what are your thoughts on this group?
They definitely was the right group to win. I loved it. I thought they all did really well. Yeah. Like,
not Megan McCain. Oh, I thought Honey Boo Boo was mama. Or Honey Boo Boo all grown up. That's what I thought.
But, listen, Justin, what do you think about this group here with Akira ready to spit venom in someone's face, a giant toddler with a breastplate? Yes, and Trinity K Bonet giving you actual daytime conversation tease, but very Fox Soul. Claudia Jordan,
Right.
if we just want to go.
Yes, very Vivica. It gave me very Vivica. Very.
Don't bring them here. Don't bring them here.
They did good. I thought they should have won.
Okay.
I just didn't like what Eureka had on. It kind of clashed.
One thing that I noticed about this challenge in general, so here, I think all three of them did very, very well. I thought the shining part of each group were the girls that kind of did an overshare, but they were able to talk at length about their experiences and how it tied into the topic. So I was kind of surprised that the girls weren't elevated in a different way.
In general or in this group?
In total.
Okay.
What were you saying, Jamar?
This probably was my favorite group. And I had a lot of laughs. I think I learned a lot. It was great that Trinity shared their story about, HIV education. And we learned that Akira used to live their life as a trans woman, but then detransition and feel like, okay, this is my actual identity. So I think it was like, because, a lot of people feel like once you transition, you going back means you're confused. And so it kind of built the narrative that your identity can be ongoing, ever, growing and evolving. So I thought it was great to just learn more about, the different queens.
Same. I liked it. I thought they did good. I was here for the energy. I laughed at parts with them. You know, I felt the connection. The pink furry box, I'm not going to include in this because I thought that was the dumbest thing ever. It was like, oh, we're going to give you something that's not sexual but looks sexual to talk about it and laugh about it fakely. So boo to that. But bring us the Interior Illusions Lounge if you want to be funny. But let's get on to this. Raja, Kylie, and Scarlet. This screenshot is why I thought Scarlet was in the bottom, in my opinion. Like, what is
how she was dressed?
Oh,
I thought it just gave like old Southern like woman on the View or like old Southern like
I'm sorry,
pastor's wife. Like I thought that was intentional.
It's Barbara Walters at the beginning of her career.
Look at all
I
this.
thought it was giving like Tammy Faye Baker. Yeah, I thought that was intentional.
Into the thick of it.
I did appreciate RuPaul's critique of Scarlet here, where RuPaul was saying that throughout this particular performance, she swapped between like Scarlet as a person and then Scarlet the drag queen performer. Mm-hmm. And it got weird when they were having conversations because you didn't know what variation you were going to get. I think the star here was Raja, though. She told a real story. She talked about how it affected her. There was a moment, like, I thought that was fantastic.
That was it for me. Scarlet was very It was like, okay, what is this? Like, I don't know what tone you're using right now, and if I'm gonna get emotional with you or with Scarlet. And then Raja, I loved hearing about Raja's like conversation with her mother and like the difficulties because that relates to a lot of people. Kylie talked about having a dog. I said, okay, like this is kind of like the weirdest con skipper. Jamar, your hand is up. What you got, baby?
I actually completely disagreed with RuPaul's comments about Scarlet going in and out.
Me too. I actually did.
Okay, let's hear it.
What Scarlet was doing is like when you're talking about something that's really close and vulnerable to you, a lot of people will use like that mask or like they'll try to put in a dash of funny just to help get it out and kind of make it softer and more easy to just be vulnerable. And I know that's like a defense mechanism for a lot of people. So maybe her mentioning it, her trying to make like the little jokes at herself kind of made it easier for her to talk about. And like saying that it made them uncomfortable going in and out, I'm like, that makes no sense to me.
Chris?
I mean, I was just highly offended by that comment RuPaul made. Like, it's something that was just so like dear to Scarlet, talking about her two moms. It seemed like she was just really passionate about it. Like the first time I watched it, so I didn't really know what RuPaul was talking about.
So no, go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, and then with Kylie, I thought she really stood out when she was comforting Raja because I was like, oh, like I really love this. Like this was my second best like performance of the three groups. So I was just really angry that they were in the bottom.
No, I hear that, and that all makes sense too. I think RuPaul making the statement of being uncomfortable was more so personal, which is why it felt rude or weird. Yeah. I'm saying, and I can't speak for Jamel here, with the tone being off and on for me is the fact that I saw how nervous she was, so it made me nervous with her. I work off of aura energy like that. So if I'm watching somebody not do well, I then cringe a little bit with them. Not to say I was uncomfortable, but I was cringing with Scarlet because yes, she was having an emotional moment talking about her two mothers, but it also was the jokes that were coming up to me weren't like, oh, this is helping me listen to you. It was very like, this tone is very interesting. I don't know what's happening here. I love this story, but real monsters. That's what I'm saying when it comes to this. Like, I'm not uncomfortable by Scarlet. I'm just uncomfortable by I'm trying to say all this right now. And then here come Raja, coming in with like, hey girl. And it was like, oh, okay, bitch, you got your character together. See how it felt weird to change from that kind of energy? And then we're on to Kylie, who did, I'm consoling you, but I have a dog. And that's where I was like, oh, okay. So like, it just was, they were interesting. It felt a little off and on. That's all I'm saying. A couple of 18.
I agree 100% with you, Matt. The only other thing that I would add is if you are nervous about talking about a topic and perhaps you are not in a space to where you can talk about that in this particular setting, why fight for it so hard if you knew that was going to be a soft spot for you?
Which is why I don't believe she's.
I felt like she wanted to say it. It just may have been like
the timing and the way it came out. Yeah, it could have just been like that right before the light hit. It's like
maybe.
I think the issue is Raja spoke from the heart genuinely, versus Scarlet, who premeditated, who wrote it all out, and it sounded more like a person reading something that they had like premeditated. It was so structured that all the genuine vulnerability from sharing the story was ripped out of it.
I don't know.
Like that was the difference between Scarlet's and like Raj's. I felt like it, like there was something genuine kind of missing. Like it was great, but it felt more like a brag.
I think
you were waiting to share this.
I think, Justin, to your point, like there's a pain in Raja's story that many of us in general can relate to. There's no like thing that makes me want to relate to Scarlet's story. And that is what, for me, I was like, so you've had this uber privileged existence around these like white lesbians, and I get it, and I'm not trying to diminish it at all, but like there's nothing here that makes me want to root for you. Whereas with Raja's, it's like everybody wants a close relationship with their mother. I don't know anybody in this world who doesn't. And for somebody to tell their story about not having a close relationship, it's like, I'm rooting for you. And so Scarlett's just like, you got two lesbian moms. Like, you wanted to talk about it, but like, what's the there?
It just feels bad because this episode asked them to be vulnerable, and when someone does, whether it was related to or not, they went home today after telling their story. So it does feel very fucked up.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I do agree with that.
Because it's like, damn, you asked them to be vulnerable, and then they're going to be put in the bottom because you couldn't relate. Jesus, you know what I mean? Like, God forbid you couldn't hear me when I'm crying, on camera or whatever the case may be. So, it's a lot. But this week, I like you, Scar, but I was like,
that moment though that Kylie did share with Raj, where it's like, don't let your inner child make your adult decisions.
That was amazing. That was a beautiful part. I feel like that redeemed her.
But she was in that dog story. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I mean, that whole quote could have been like, leave her be.
That was good.
You said Kylie was in the bottom, but like in truth, amongst the other competitors, she wasn't somebody they were talking about.
I mean, we'll get to this next group because I had decisions and thoughts on here. So
the bottom,
the complete bottom.
The conversation was body. Ginger described getting their intestinal tract worked because they had a bowel blockage, and that's why they're big now and they love themselves. Jan talked about her time on season 12 and her double chin and eating and people talking about that. That is what Jan talked about.
Nachos, taquitos, and burritos.
And Pandora was Cheryl Canning again. So there we go.
The table of first world problems. I'm not here for this.
I know that's right. You said that.
Period.
I
used to be a twin.
I'm sorry, Ginger. This happened. I'm sorry, Ginger. This happened to you as a child. It's called portion control. Jan, it's the same thing. Over here, Miss Twinkalicious, now you're not. It's called aging. Like, it's life. Like, these are all things that you guys can control and avoid. Like, I want to go hear about people who have shit that they can't control that is affecting them. I'm sorry.
It's called portion control. Oh my goodness.
See, I'm not.
That was rude, bitch. But I'm gonna let that ride. That was rude, but I'm gonna let that happen.
I am not.
That's not rude. That's not rude. That's not rude, Jen. You're talking about your taquitos and your You chose to eat those frozen processed foods, did you not? You chose to keep shuffling them down. I mean, I like them too, but you can choose not to.
I'll allow it, but.
Are you being held by chains and force fed?
Maybe that's what paid her rent. You don't know.
Why they play clips of the musical that you lost over and over on repeat? Is it that much torture?
That's at Justin.Rayne. That's at Justin JUSTIN.RAYNE.
That's fair.
I just
tell me something different. We all deal with weight problems, girl. Me too, sis.
Girl, now.
I don't remember what they talked about. So when Matty said that, I was just like, "Oh, that's what they talked." It wasn't memorable to me. That's all. So
when Ginger was talking about their bowel, their situation, was that when Jan interrupted them? Was like, "That's the vulnerability or the funk or whatever she called it that the judges were looking for."
We're looking for. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
She said it for the first time in the workroom, and then she said it again when they were on stage, which is why when she said it on stage, it was like, well, girl, we heard this before. So, like, now you pre-planned to say this?
That's what she tells herself in her head when she's fake vulnerable.
It was strange. It should have been.
Ginger did the best out of the three. Can we agree on that?
Huh?
I agree. I think Ginger was trying to take a more comedic approach to the situation as opposed to being just dead ass serious.
It's a low bar, but yeah, Ginger did the best.
Man.
But to win the whole thing, I was just like,
Man.
what the fuck? I like my neighbors. I'm
I
struggling.
agree.
All right. I'm good. All right. I'm still stuck. Justin.
Whoopi, are you back? Whoopi, you need a moment?
Girl, I needed to walk off
Yeah,
camera.
right.
I was looking everywhere. I was like, God, did this young man just say what I think he just said? And then continue
Justin said, I'm a read.
I was like, get the gas away from him. We are cooking barbecue. We are not trying to light the entire neighborhood on fire. My God. Listen, Raja had a moment talking about maybe sharing too much, and her sisters, Trinity and Akira, held her down. That was a real moment, especially when they talk about Black families. What stays in this house, don't leave this house. Beach. That was my whole childhood, and now I'm like, I'm about to tell everybody what happened in this house. Oh, because y'all fuck with my shit too much. I like these vulnerable moments that seem real on the show, and I was happy that we got to see that with some real sisterhood here, especially these 2 season 11 girls. We'll move on here before something else is said that's gonna wear my knuckles out. Oh, wait, there's more. Jan's not done. Jan's gonna bring back what happened earlier in the episode. Yeah. Hey, everybody. By the way, I voted for Akira. Are we still mad at me? Is what this really was about. Like, I was like, you don't shut your ass. Like, let it go, Jonathan. But the queens basically talk about voting again, integrity, blah, 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 blah. RuPaul said, I was actually doing the promo for season 13 today. And we found out. So there you go.
Yeah. Ugh, this was underwhelming.
I actually thought she looked lovely. I just was like, I feel like I've seen this.
That.
I think she looked lovely.
I mean,
come on, cherry limeade.
It's very. I got this from the ice cream truck for 75 cents, but you know, like it's a nice little Tweety Bird pop. It's
lovely. It's like cute.
You know, I mean, the wig was fried, but we're not going to discuss that. But it's okay. I saw them strayaways. Aisha Tyler was there because she lives in LA. Are we good with that? Okay,
no,
cool.
She was on the talk, and she could, you know,
she's been there before. She lives in LA. She literally was there because she lives in LA. All tea.
I feel like she had referential experience, though. I feel like she had referential experience that could be used in the judging.
She's in West Hollywood every weekend. Yeah, she has experience.
Moving on.
I'm not shading. This is true. Ask Carlos, Justin, and you see to ask him. Like we were literally sitting at a bar. Walked right up, girl. Like it was.
Oh, I saw her ass all the time. She always be right over there.
Like, girl, like you, like it walks in very low key too. Very low key. Like nobody look at me. It's like okay.
I love her.
And she tall as hell.
No, I like her on Archer. That's one of my favorite
Lana
to watch. Mm-hmm.
She's like the quirky Black girl that I love. Like I can really. She's a friend in my head.
Is Amanda Pete? In the Seals, excuse me.
Next caller.
Let's not talk about her.
I'm like, she might trend again. Never. Okay.
Oh God.
Trinity K Bonet. This is
It's a shoot.
Oh wait, an A, right?
Oh, yeah, the category is Clash of the Prince, right?
Clash of Patterns.
A plus.
Patterns. Oh,
A plus.
I just feel like I've seen it before, but she did execute it great.
The thing was, it was Clash of the Patterns, and while I think this is fire, I was like, "Is that not the same pattern?" Was what everyone brought up.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's where my hesitation is.
But it's fucking lovely. Beautiful. It's lovely.
It's the Dora Milaje going to a royal wedding. I love it.
Period.
I can't grade it. It didn't meet the assignment. I don't think it met the assignment.
Second row. Mm-hmm.
But was it Clash of Patterns, like different patterns, or just patterns in general?
It's supposed to be Clash of the Patterns. Like they're supposed to like work with different patterns to make it look nice. So this is just one pattern, and then like the black, velvet number or whatever the.
I just saw it as like patterns.
I mean, it's like it could be two. It could be. I don't know. I didn't make the outfit, but I think it looks nice, Trinity. It do. Now, Eureka O'Hara, outside of your wig and your makeup, the dress is the assignment, and I thought it was fabulous. But your wig is not it, and your makeup is no. So
I thought this was an A as well. Like she really knows how to dress her body shape to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like she knows proportions. Like it's like perfect proportions for her body. I think she should have won the challenge, honestly.
And it was clashing of patterns. It actually clashed with multiple patterns on it.
It did.
Yeah.
It's correct, I guess.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think she looks good here.
Yeah.
She's a tiger empress.
But I hate that wig.
Not tiger queen, tiger empress.
With the wig, I hate the makeup.
And the makeup is just like the previous week where it's this
I don't like the wig, but I like
powdered sensation.
Neck down to ass.
Akira Davenport giving us the pattern, literally, along with some measuring tape, corset, and wig included, with a pincushion purse to match. Graded.
B+. I mean, she gave us this look during the Face Kini runway, but it's abundantly clear that she elevated it a little bit. So I'm gonna give it a B. B+.
Same.
C-. I'm
gonna give it a C-.
A for the fantasy. C for I feel like I've seen so many pattern looks. Like it's getting ridiculous.
The execution is just
that's really what it is.
That's why she gets a C-. It's like, one, we've seen this from you before, and two, we've seen this better from other people now.
Yeah.
It didn't really clash. That's it. Trying to see the clash.
Y'all said send Chris to the audience. What do you do? Raja, what is the T? I like this look. This is an A for me.
This gave me Janet Jackson. This gave me Rhythm Nation. This gave me all the 90s.
Rhythm Nation? Where?
Girl, this is giving me Erykah Badu.
This is more Velvet Rope.
Not Rhythm Nation. Velvet Rope. Not Rhythm Nation. Velvet Rope.
Rhythm Nation was
Rhythm Nation. I'm sorry, whatever she was going around the world.
Together again.
Got till it's gone.
All right, together again. Sorry.
Maybe that. Maybe that.
But you don't know what you got to it. Okay.
Very Monet.
Yeah, that's where I was at.
To me.
I could see Monet wearing this. Yeah, I could see Monet wearing it.
Oh, hell yeah. Monet got a dress.
Love this. Kylie Sonique Love. What is our grade for this look?
I actually like this a lot.
The heels are cute. I give it a B+.
Yeah, same.
I give it a
I don't know if it's off the rack. It kind of give off the rack. So I'm gonna give B-.
It give off the rack.
It's like the way she's doing it actually cheapened it to me. I hate the hat. I don't know why she kept talking about this hat. This hat really wore it out, and it actually brought it down to me. And then you got these little clear mules. It doesn't really feel like a drag outfit. It feels like a woman, just like in J. And that's where I feel like what kind of takes it away from me. And maybe that's just like how great her illusion is that she took me to that place. I don't know. It's a B-.
I get my fashions from Journeys and Ross, and I really want to love this outfit, but like it felt very Northland to me.
Oh my god!
Not Northland, bitch.
Oh my god!
Not even 12
Not Northland.
Oh my god!
We not talking about Northland Oaks, bitch.
Yes,
Northland. It gave me very weed. It gave me very weed. What's the girl from Weeds? Like I can see, like the
Nancy Botwin.
Not Nancy Botwin. Yeah.
Give her Oakland.
It gave me very weed.
What'd you say, Jamar? Give her what?
I said, give her at least Oakland Mall, not Northland. Dude.
Right? Can we get an Oakland or a 12 Oaks, bitch? Why she gotta be Northland?
Girl. Okay, so that's I gotta move on from Kylie. Lord have mercy.
Give me Jersey Housewives.
Scarlet Envy had a dress with her grandparents' love letters running through them. Very 1940s tees. What do we think of this?
A+.
Gorgeous.
Lovely.
Gorgeous. This is gorgeous.
Beautiful.
The face and that hair. Oh my god.
This is a B. This
gave me a postcard, baby. This was gorgeous. I thought it was expected.
Right. That's why it's a B for me, because it's beautiful. But I'm like, okay, like what you came out in before this was giving me more excitement than this dress here. This is classic. It could be photographed. It's lovely. But I'm like, I got a little more exciting from the other things you came out with, especially the previous week with the frills. I like the frills look better.
I
look at that.
I didn't need all the excess this time. This gave me just what I needed.
I think I like that from Scarlet. Like when she goes a little extra drama, when there's just a little bit more of a.
Give me some of that, and then let's tone it down a little bit.
For me, it's the gloves for me.
Yeah, I had to highlight that moment because I did enjoy that detail. It was like, okay, and you have pearls. Bet we know what movie you're in. You know, racism's allowed. All right, we'll go ahead and continue to play. So here's Jam.
Oh God!
Have fun.
No.
This looks like some shit that Gaga and Ariana left on the cutting room floor for Rain on Me. This is trash. Absolute trash.
I agree. It looks like JoJo Siwa threw up.
It's a D.
Like, are the patterns supposed to be in the shopping bags?
That was what my whole issue was. Like, you put a bunch of patterns in the shopping bags, but low key, you have one pattern dress and then some weirdo garter stocking situation with white heels, and then you put print in your hair. Help me.
I think she makes the patterns and textures though, and so like the chaps section is a texture, but that's not the assignment.
It just look like a meet and greet outfit gone bad.
So she's got money, but it's new money.
Not even.
Does she in that? She ain't got no money in that outfit.
But like, I'm like talking like YouTuber money. Like they bought the house, but it's not as big as the other girls down the street, so they're gonna lose it in 2 years because they had some scandal coming up. Very that. You know, her storyline's written in the next 5 years. Very that. TikTok rich. There we go. Very TikTok rich. This is a
no
video.
It's just
not in that outfit. With them socks. It's the socks and the shoes for me.
No, she's actually giving stunt queen. There we go. Stunt queen. That's what she's giving. She stole.
She bought the bags and they're empty. She bought the bags for the picture and they're empty. Yes.
She walks to the mall with those bags, but there's nothing in it, and so she likes the girls to think that she has money. Very stunt queen. Very that. You never see her getting in the car.
Terrible to be.
Anybody else think about Trinity in this same print? Like that was my instant thing. Like Curves and Swerves from Trinity's All Stars. She wore this same thing, only in a full Remember jumpsuit for Curves and Swerves. So I couldn't get out of that either because I was like, this person wore the same print and wore it way better.
Oh, you did. You're right. Yeah, Trinity did wear it better.
Yeah, and she had the hair and it was better. So I was like, you can't wear somebody print and then do it worse.
The white biscuit.
The white biscuit.
Yes, not the white biscuits. Yay.
White stocking, black shoes. Listen, it's, I don't understand it. I just wasn't a fan, but you know, it is what it is. It was when she turned around, I saw them hearts in the hair. I was like, what in the
garbage
Barbie like underwater adventure tease is this? Like, what is happening here? Oh God!
Barbie stamp hair. You remember that Barbie stamp hair?
Yes.
You used to be able to stamp the hair in the back.
The patterns
with
on
the markers. And you would just do it and then wash it off in cold water. Absolutely.
But then the wig looks so cheap. I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna stop.
So here we go. Ginger Minge. I held my thoughts because I needed a couple of days to look at this. I have them now. I like the wig. I like her makeup. I wish the skirt wasn't so goddamn long, but I get what silhouette she was going for. It is safari tees. I'm okay with the colors. I like it. I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm a B.
I think this is an A for Ginger. Like, I know exactly who this character is, what show she's on. Like, I mean, I don't like those boots. That's just me, but I like the whole look.
It's cute. I think it's like the hat and the boots match. That's like, oh, like that's a nice touch.
Oh, I didn't even get into that. That's a good detail.
That's the only reason I like the look is because she did the challenge without making it feel like what she was looking at was too distracting. Like, look at the dress and then look at the accessories separately because they don't go together. But when you look at it all together, it's like, oh, I don't hate it.
Interesting.
I agree. I would give it a B. This is the homosexual that was playing Jumanji and got sucked into the game and she had to survive, and this is what came from it.
I mean, it's like live action Wild Thornberries for me.
I was thinking like more Pokemon, like enter bug trainer number 4.
Oh my god,
that's what I was thinking. Like Pokemon, like when you're in Pallet Town, like that first, you got to go to the whole bug area when you first start the game. Ginger would be there. Yeah,
she'd
Ginger
be in
would
the
be there
gym
waiting for you
in
the forest.
This is the question.
She would be in the
What
gym. Let me not do her like that.
The hair is very gym trainer, like very that.
Oh, she would have a gloom down. She would have a gloom down.
Oh, absolutely.
She would have a
victory bell, a gloom.
Yeah, she would have a victory bell.
Butterfree too, because there would be a bug thrown in there. I think the last one would be Jinx, just for shits and giggles. Like I taught her the plant move.
I'll give her a psych.
I would say she's giving me.
Yeah, I would give her like a
she's giving me less bug trainer, and she's giving me more Safari Zone, if anything.
Ooh, Safari Zone. You got your balls.
Safari
Don't lose
Zone.
your balls now.
Right.
She would have a Taurus though. She would have a Taurus down.
Yeah.
She would have a Taurus down.
It would pull her.
Bitch.
Yeah.
And a pincer. She would have a pincer.
Oh.
Yes.
I would say the Hero Cross. I would have gave her a Hero Cross.
Oh, and she would have a Rhyhorn, girl. She would have a Rhyhorn. And what's the little
why she got a ground type now? Wait a minute. Why you giving her these ground types? Just go ahead and say she's got a Graveler. Just say it. Just say it.
I ain't got time.
I'll throw in a Vileplume too.
I can see
Vileplume, yes.
Would
That would be her
game. No, Ginger would have a Blissey. She's been on too many All-Stars. It would have evolved by now. It would be a Blissey.
Ooh, a Kangaskhan. I have not heard that name.
Oh, Kangaskhan.
You just
I like her as well.
You gotta play Gen 6, boo. Kangaskhan was OP.
Vespa Queen for those colonizer aesthetics. She
block her. Block her.
Good night.
Well.
Block her, bitch.
Listen, this is not a $10 comment thing now happening, sisters, but goddamn. All right, next up is Pandora Box giving us Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas. But if Sally had been left out there for many Christmases, how would we think of this?
This is a chop D.
Chris Chop D. So it's Chop now on Tuesdays on Food Network. I can't. Okay.
I like it like 5. That bottom portion is not working for me.
I like it far
supposed
away.
to be legs, or like is that just the pattern?
It's the pattern, but I like it far away.
But it's a cool leg illusion. I get what you're saying. Like C Diggy, like how it kind of looks like bone legs or something.
Yeah.
At the bottom. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool how like that pattern goes. But it still looks like a Halloween costume to me. It looks like Halloween and Hamburger Mary.
It's supposed to look like a Halloween costume. It's an homage to Sally.
Okay,
Blake. Going home next week, y'all. I'm calling it now.
Oh no, I think Jan. I'm with Jan. Y'all want to put money on this?
I put money on it. What are we doing?
I think Jan going home next week.
Don't bet with Dooley.
What are we doing?
That bet.
We're going home next week.
Dooley,
Dooley said, "What? You want to lose some money?"
You said Pandora.
I'll put money on that.
Hold on. I got to give a highlight to this. Because I wanted to make sure that this was said. Jamar had a question about Ginger outfit, but y'all kept speaking over him. Jamar, what did you have to say, baby? Because I don't want you to feel that you were being spoken over. And I want this comment to be shown to make sure that you are given the time, my brother.
No, I was asking about what Pokemon would she have. We ended up going into it anyway.
Oh, so we answered that question and that happened. Okay. So Sally's a chop. Are we all in agreement with this?
Yes.
Fabulous. Let's continue.
It's gonna be a hard no.
Let's continue. Let's see here. So the top group was
I was gagged.
Eureka, Trinity, and Akira, but in RuPaul's fashion of giving people with blackface a chance, she said, "Psych, I'm giving it to Ginger."
This was racist and egregious.
Come on, egregious.
Listen,
racist.
I agree.
What was the point of announcing they were?
I'm just playing. I'm just playing, y'all. It wasn't
no.
racist,
Listen. If Ginger was gonna win, don't give the group a win moment and even like speak it, and then all of a sudden go, but psych, this bitch and her dumb group is going to be the winner. Yet these other bitches in the group, you had one in the bottom and one of them was just there. You know what I'm saying? So it felt very strange to go, well, Ginger was so good in that group that the three of you's chemistry doesn't mean shit to me, but you were fun. I just rather her win.
That's what that felt like. That good, low key.
Her story did not move me. Like, I felt bad for what she did. I feel bad for what she experienced online, but
RuPaul owed TKB some coins.
Right. Like, that was it. Like, it didn't give nothing. Yeah, it didn't, yeah.
Child, $30,000 too.
I don't think Kylie or Scarlet should have been the bottom. It should have been
Pandora and Jan.
Pandora, Jan. I mean,
that's really it.
Yeah, those two.
That's really it. I
would have put Kylie in the bottom.
You know, that's the thing for me. I would say the same thing.
One, yeah.
Like, I keep Jan there because that was clear. It was like, hi, this is my time on season 12. Cut. And it's like, okay, that's fine. Pandora, yeah, Kylie was not a good moderator, so I would put her in the bottom because that's a leadership position. You set yourself up for that. Would I have then voted for her? No, but that would have been the time to wake the fuck up. Pandora should have been there just for the simple fact that, like, it was a waka waka, like, about her whole story. And I understand the ageism bit and then wanting to feel like you need Botox and this and the other. I didn't realize she had Botox. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that was.
Could you not tell?
I just assumed the face like turned that way. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that was Botox that did that to her. I just thought that's what Pandora's face had turned out to be. So I not shading. I'm just being honest. I was like, oh, you have, but
I just don't get what it did.
Heavy-handed Botox.
That's all.
I think it's also sus because usually in these situations, RuPaul will say, while you were in a group challenge, you'll be judged as individuals. And there was none of that. And we just jumped left. And it was like,
yeah, it was like, is this group or individual now? Or did you change your mind?
We saved the group that clearly did the best. And then because I don't want her to go home, I'm going to save Ginger and give her the win.
Can I just say something, y'all? Not cancel me?
Okay, Chris, what you got?
Pending.
So, honestly, who I think should have won this challenge was Eureka overall. I thought she was a great moderator, and I thought she would have slayed that lip sync as well. That's all.
I agree, Chris.
Sure.
I if we're gonna pick from the group that won and all that, I will also agree.
And you guys know
that class of the pattern just was sick.
Listen, I hear Eureka, but I'm also want to give Trinity some love here because being open about their status as well as being, you know, the way they talked about it as far as the stigma was concerned and the, I would say, confidence behind their speech and having their words together, I thought was very admirable. But if you do give it to Eureka, I can see that as being a moderator and having that conversation in control because it did feel like that group knew what they were doing. But
because she gave the black girls, time to say everything they wanted to. She didn't overtalk anybody. Like it was a fair balance of personality.
And that's shocking from Eureka not interrupting anybody.
Exactly.
So it's like, okay, bitch, you actually did your job. And that's why it felt very shaded that Park Ranger Ginger over here decides to win. You know what I'm saying? With her 3 Pokemon that she's going to go into battle with. Girl, I brought all 6. You are done. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let's see here. Now, the bottom queens, like you talked about, are Kylie, Jan, and Scarlet. Look at me, already forgetting. Now, Scarlet decides to campaign for herself and throw Jan a little bit under the bus, which Jonathan was not feeling at all. Like, bitch, hold up. They said you were awkward, sis, that you made them uncomfortable. Let's not forget that. Let's not do that today. Kylie's told to speak up. We've already kind of talked about this already. People chose lipsticks. And then here come Ginger, y'all.
I mean, she did so good. That was funny.
Yeah, that was a really good lip sync.
But I would like to give Latrice Royale's mini boots a shout out here because they have made their way on the stage.
So
these dance captain boots.
I'm not gonna bust my ankle boots, bitch. That's what those boots are.
I want a sturdy heel, bitch.
You know, like I will not slip.
I will not be moved.
Maybe I'm the Lone Ranger out here, but I would have been like, next week's cash tip is $40,000.
So okay, let's talk about
Technically, yes, yes.
Where the hell my
Perfect
phone?
word.
Lizzo phone. Wait. Now
okay.
Bianca happened first, y'all. Bianca happened.
I hollered. I was like, oh my God.
This was a waste of my time.
Did we think she was gonna do something? I was like,
No.
I'll be damned if this bitch gets out here in this mod outfit and decides to, try it. Like that's not happening. But Mayhem
What is
Miller
she
was
recording at World of Wonder?
Mayhem was there, y'all. That happened.
I
Mayhem
enjoy
was
Mayhem.
there.
She's not a lipstick assassin. She is not
All
an
right.
assassin.
That outfit, what was that?
It was a Christmas present that nobody opened. That's what that was.
I thought she looked like a curtain. I thought she looked like
said,
some dramatic
straight down someone's staircase. Like, come on now. Like I love you, but let's be clear. The ribbon is at the top of the stairs, and now we're down here.
Wait, Matt, this is the curtain in front of the baptismal tank.
I thought this was like the curtain or the little stool from Beauty and the Beast. You know, like with the little castle.
This is the curtain. Bitch. Right before the Muppet Show opens. There it is. Go on, Mayhem.
You know when inanimate objects come to life? Yeah, this is her.
It's time to make the music. Okay, now speaking of Muppets, Ginger and Mayhem are now lip syncing to Phone by Lizzo. Were we entertained? Were we not?
I was.
It was funny.
It was fun.
I was entertained.
I was
I would have taken a different route than Ginger, but it fit her.
Ginger hit those facial expressions for me, like
perfectly. Like, where the hell my phone? Like that shit was. And when she was in my feet are sore, and she was throwing them in, girl, come on,
she was doing that body.
Walking home, my feet all sore. I was like, yes.
Ginger ate.
Did anybody else feel like Ginger prepared to win this though?
Would you?
Like it felt like it. I mean,
like
no, but it felt like you were like. Like I felt like she had like listened to this song like right before, like you had like made sure you knew these lyrics because you were on it, bitch.
There's not that many lyrics. Like it's a lot of repetitiveness. I don't know.
She knew the ad libs. She was on point. Like Ginger really like it felt like she had thought out this performance, even if in the last 20 minutes before she went out there. Yeah,
we got to talk about Mayhem and these lean and point with it. I like Mama be like leg all out here and then point all the way in this direction. And it was where the hell my phone? Where the hell my? Listen, I know y'all liked it, but I personally was sitting there looking at Mayhem like, girl, you look like a foldable chair half the time you move it.
I didn't like I didn't really like Mayhem.
I'm just saying.
I kept trying to like root for Mayhem, but I felt like it was a losing battle because I want Ginger.
I just thought Mayhem didn't get.
Mayhem was a meh. Like you could have stayed at home. You could have did that performance at the Abbey, girl. Didn't nobody need you here for this?
Not the Abbey, bitch.
But isn't that always the case with Mayhem? Aren't we always rooting for Mayhem and then she let us down? Isn't that like always a story?
I'm not always rooting for Mayhem.
Well, I be trying to. I try to root for Mayhem, and she always disappoints.
I like Mayhem.
I feel like Mayhem always disappoints.
The ending was good though. The ending with the up, you're holding it. Oh,
can
like
we
that
go back to the Abbey, bitch? Not the fucking Abbey.
That was shade. That was real shade.
That was deep shade.
We've descended.
I know exactly.
Yes, we do. We all know.
But y'all know that that's her only gig. Y'all need to get up off of her in that.
Stop it now. Okay? She does other gigs too. There's the executive. There's other stuff too. Now we ain't going.
Can I also say
I ain't seen her on nobody's stage except for at the Abbey. I ain't see her at Mickey's. I ain't seen her on the rosters out here.
I don't understand how a Black Queen lost this song.
That's at Justin.Rayne, JUSTIN.RAY.
You will not buy the drag queen B bitch and change my narrative.
It's Chris.
I am not my name.
Chris with the Black Queen lost this song. It's a Lizzo song, so they'll be fine. You know what I mean?
I know, but it's just shocking.
Were you? They brought Mayhem to lip sync. Were you? Like, work Prince.
Mayhem don't ever be good.
Ginger Minge. Ginger actually knows what she's doing. Like, come on now. Like we.
You're right.
It's I love you, Mayhem, but let's be clear. A velvet dress and a bow on top does not make us the queen right now in this lip sync performance. I didn't know what you were. I thought there was gonna be a Christmas song that was gonna come up. I didn't know what was about to happen. You know what I mean? So leave Mayhem alone. We're not dragging the baby. I'm just saying, like, I call it what it is. The eyes that move did not move me, but this moment was fun. Okay. Yeah. And Ginger got up from the ground too. So that was a deep breath that I know we could all appreciate.
That was interesting. And it didn't feel like it was that much work.
Right. When she chose
effortless.
When she chose Scarlet, I was like, of course, because she's not going to vote her teammate and she's not going to send the last trans girl home. She's not. So like the writing on the wall for that. And it just wasn't Scarlet's time to go for me. I was very, very heated and she was robbed again.
Mm-hmm. I think production also knew if Eureka's team got up there, they would have sent Jen's ass packing Jan. Mm-hmm. With great power comes great Jan. Like that's exactly what it would have been. Like,
it wouldn't have took
it would have been very Katy Davenport's milk. Jan.
Like, which brings me to like her whole confessional moment, and I was kind of pressed and a little bothered by her whole, I don't know what to give them. And I felt like that's the problem, Jan, and that's why people don't like you. If she would have taken that thought just to the next part, I think she could have had a breakthrough. The judges are saying to Jan, like, girl, everything that you do feels like a production. It feels like you are giving us some pre-thought, pre-made, pre-packaged delivery, DiGiorno-ass moment. And like, we don't know who the fuck you are.
Is that because she maybe doesn't know who she is?
Could be.
Therapy helps with that.
And that's where like Jan, I'm not saying you don't know who you are as a drag queen, but I'm saying like there's something to push beyond giving people what they want, and there's a like, fuck what you want, this is what I'm gonna do element to things.
Right. Somebody said it in the comments, but it's the same reason we were annoyed with Laganja during season 6. Because it was all about the tongue pops and the affectations and
bullshit. It was very club. And it's like, girl, if you don't just show us who you are in your house by yourself as a human being, we're not going to get there with you, because the club does not always last. It closes, sis. It's not 24 hours.
As we've seen for the last 18 months.
Listen.
You're not feel like she's just like a fan still on the show? I feel like she's still acting like she's a fan on this show. And I feel like her entitlement pops out when she least expects it. Like in this whole thing where like, Jan, you were in the bottom and you're in denial about being in the bottom. Did you not hear that you were in the bottom? Like, we were on the same stage. Like, your entitlement like comes out all the time. And I feel like these tears was just white fragility. Like, oh, this whole bubble, if you feel like you're untouchable because your Jan now has just been broken. Like, yes, girl, you can be in bottom last week, and now everybody has caught you on your shit. So now what are you gonna do? Just like now, you're in somebody's group text saying, hey, everybody, you're getting through death threats, and everybody's saying you suck. Can you help? I know she's had a horrible weekend.
I mean,
I'm praying for her though.
Sometimes it's the girls who come from things that have already been established in some sort of place that get a sort of headspace of thinking that I shouldn't be in these places or positions because I am this person and I'm not negative and I'm always doing the right thing, when it's really like more to the story. You know what I'm saying? Look at Raja. Always salty but sweet is the saying that's being used here. Well, I've seen that. You know what I'm saying? She's still throwing a little jab here and there, but it's playful now. And she's also reminding us of the accountability that was taken from her being insecure during the season. And now we're showing that. Show us growth. That's all we're asking.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that also includes your runway looks, because that Forever 21 purple shit that you came down that runway in, Miss Thing. Like, I'm still thinking about it. You had bags with prints, and you had a Lisa Frank spill on your dress. What?
And you brought that there.
I do think she's putting in a lot of effort, but effort does not equal impact. And I think that's where us as viewers are like, girl, what? I will also point out, I think Jan's brand, and we know this, a fact is a fact, like, it's just very white. And I think a lot of the younger, especially the young white fans, are like, "Oh, Jen, you were everything. Yes, yes, mama, da 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 da." And the rest of us, some of us older, perhaps non-white viewers, are like,
because we know where she gets her shit from, and everything Jan does feels derivative.
That it feels like Jan has masks, and then today is Lady Gaga mask. It's Jan is Lady Gaga. Oh, okay. Well,
it's always somebody. It's not Jan. You know what I'm saying? It's Ariana Grande. It's Lady Gaga. It's Britney Spears. It's some pop diva. It's always a reference point. And you know what? You are right about that. I like Jan, but I also want Jan to not be Jan. You know what? I remember when they were calling her Jan Sport. I thought that was fucking phenomenal. That name to be a backpack, but they took that away from her. And now I know her as Jan from Drag Race, who didn't win this episode and look crazy, who now is back on the show bringing the same energy.
Mm-hmm.
This is 12 months ago. Like there's no time for there to be any real growth or any contrast between what we saw before and what we're seeing now.
Mm-hmm.
I wish she actually hadn't come. I said from the beginning it was too early. And I felt like the issue is, like, to your point, like, Jan has not healed. Jan just talked about how she was depressed, because that's really what this whole taquitos thing was. You were depressed, and this shit hurt you, and you need to heal. And once you heal, you can come back and be like, no, this is my point of view, and I'm unwavering about it. Not, what do you want to see from me, or what do I need to do to make you pick me? Because keep saying, pick me, pick me, pick me, does not mean that this is who I am. Because if you're going to change who you are every week for us, be
very
who you
meaning,
are, not who you think you want you to be.
She was salutatorian. Jan's always been a salutatorian.
Well, hey, shout out to all the cheerleaders out there. She is showing that energy, but you know, we just want Jan to be Jonathan. I like
we need authenticity. We need authenticity, not energy. That's not what we're asking for. We want to know who the fuck you are.
And don't quote Lady Gaga anymore.
And if you talk about how Chromatica is the album of your life, girl, Chromatica was not that fab.
I mean, you know, Art Pop was really that girl, but you know,
I stand Art Pop.
I love
Art Pop. Was that
Thank you.
girl.
Chromatica was cool, but girl, you just saying what they say on Twitter. I'm so tired of her.
You said what, Chris?
I said Art Pop was ahead of its time.
So here's some tea. Here's some tea that I learned. I told y'all one of my favorite things is to be real high and to watch random YouTube videos. I learned last year that allegedly Art Pop was supposed to be a visual album. There was a music video for every track, but our good Judy Beyonce dropped that visual album, and Gaga had to be like, "Oh shit," backtrack it. So there was supposed to be more.
That's not an allege. That's exactly what happened. Is Beyonce put her foot on them girls' neck and said, "Whatever you had planned, stop."
I'm going to do it first, and I'm going to do it so well that if you do it behind me, they will only mention me. That's how you stop someone's game. It's like, bitch, I'm that powerful to where if I do it first, if you come behind me, it's a wrap. And they will always think of me.
Gaga had to be like, God damn, I done spent all this money. Now I got to go put my show back.
This part here. Should have done it anyway. Should have done it anyway.
I would release it at the 10. I would release it at the 10 years. I would have done it. I would have done it anyway.
And she had
wasting money, bitch.
Probably would have done more damage than helped her.
And her videos probably would have been, no shade to Beyonce, but you know, her videos would have been.
Is Pop Gaga's Blackout? That is a good question.
The timeline doesn't work though for me. Like, I think Art Pop came out before
the Fame Monster,
Beyonce.
Before Lemonade,
right? But remember, like when you're like
Art Pop came out
as big as
but Beyonce's album had been billed as a visual album since it came out, and like to be told, it's not her first visual album; it's her second visual album. But like it was billed as a visual album, so when they were like, "Oh, well, this is gonna happen this way."
Mean, technically, she did one for B-Day. She also did one for I Am Sasha Fierce and I Am Beyonce, and then she did one for 4, but not for all the songs. So that's where the skip happened. But then Beyonce's came out like as the visual album. So if we really want to go there, Beyonce's 1, 2. You know,
she did it for B-Day technically. Like that was.
She had a video for almost damn near every fucking song. She was experimenting, I think. Then
Kitty
with
Cat
that
deserved
idea.
better. Kitty Cat deserved
We deserved the full video for Kitty Cat. That was some bullshit.
How dare you have a giant cat and you playing with a ball of string? I love you, B, and it was a great look, but that deserved a storyline, a proposal, and a moment of someone falling into a pool. Like, that's all I'm asking.
You know, I hate being a lump girl. I want to see it.
Let's talk about the kitty cat eye.
Got diamonds on my
Yeah,
eyes.
with
Got
everything.
diamonds on my record. 616. I was calling. Like, listen, like, come on, driving Lexus.
How you
Like,
gonna
how
neglect
dare
it?
you?
You was just a hot mess.
You can call Tyrone. You ain't got to lie. What about my body? You ain't doing body. I'm in the house all alone. You better call somebody. What?
That's why that little girl on Friday this past week did that whole chair stand. She want to bend over, look like a whole chair. Beyonce did that chair in Kitty Cat. She did in Partition. That little roll, little chair movement. You know, when Normani, she did her little roll chair when the scene begins, when she does the whole chair movement. Beyonce did that in Kitty Cat.
Child. So I'm glad
Don't get me started on Normani.
Let's actually move into this because now we're into
Here we
the
go.
topic as well as
Here
the
we
show.
go.
We're going to talk a little bit about Space Jam for the girls who've
still
seen
here.
it. We're going to talk about Encore because that we're going to graze over this, y'all, because I know it's a little late. And then we need to talk about Normani and this Cardi B song that was released recently, and that I watched the video for just maybe an hour ago. Well, actually 2 hours ago. We've been doing this. So it's Normani and Cardi B. I don't know why Cardi was there. I got to get that off my chest because I was like, you did not add nothing to that song, sister. And the song is called, look at me looking at Tinashe's videos because I need
It's called One in a Million.
Wild Side.
It really is called One in a Million.
Let's not disrespect Aaliyah like that.
But it's very Aaliyah. It's very Aaliyah.
It is Aaliyah.
It is Aaliyah.
I was
It
like,
is
if
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah
What do
didn't
you
have
mean?
a range, if Aaliyah didn't have range, this is what I would get. And that's
Aaliyah
what I
didn't
got
have
from the
range.
song. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying. Like,
mute her.
That's
No,
true. Aaliyah didn't have range.
Mute his
Mute
mic.
her. Mute her.
Mute his mic. I
Mute
don't
her.
care about Aaliyah.
Mute her. Mute her. You old cast tech raggedy
Mute
bitch.
his
How
mic.
dare you? How dare you walk up in this panel and disrespect DSA and the legend that is Aaliyah, bitch? I ought to beat your
Let
ass.
me be very clear, Julie. Aaliyah personally asked me to go to DSA. Thank you.
With what talent?
Normani finally gave us a song we already heard before.
Personally asked me to go to DSA.
Normani didn't give us no music. She gave us a choreography video that we can study timelessly. She gave us beautiful looks, beautiful dances that we can, but she didn't give us no music.
Gowns. Beautiful gowns.
Gowns.
Pretty much.
39 looks, 8 scenes. Yes, I counted.
39
looks, 8 scenes.
Wow.
8 scenes and
Where's
no
the
vocal.
budget?
How
Where's
about
the
that?
budget coming from?
Listen, I know y'all love this baby, and you have every right to love her. She is beautiful. She dances extremely well. But you're not going to tell me that the range is there. You're not going to tell me she is a vocal assassin. You are not going to tell me that her vibrato is of the God that is on earth. You're not going to tell me that. I'm sorry. Her voice is not King James. It's not. It's not that version. It's not the new one. It's not that. She's fabulous. But to me, I thought the song was okay. Cardi did not need to be on it for me, in my opinion. I thought that was like, what in the rump shaker shit is this here? Like, why are we here with this? I don't understand it. And I did like the Aaliyah sample, but will I listen to it? Yeah, it's not. I don't see it charting. I mean, I like it, but I don't see it. I don't see it charting. It's
Normani was in WAP, and so Cardi is in this song, so it's like favor for favor.
Oh, okay. So they need to stop exchanging favors.
Can we start by saying that Normani is talented? Like,
absolutely.
The comment I saw that makes me.
We didn't say she wasn't talented. What somebody say?
No. When you don't like something, that's what people assume that you think that. Oh, now you're dragging.
Oh no, it's like no, talented as fuck.
I'm talking about the song specifically. For me, when I heard it, I was walking through Times Square. I was like, okay, forgettable, uninspired.
It's bad.
Going to reach her niche fan base, and then next week, new music's going to come out. We're not going to be talking about this, and then she's still going to be saying, "Oh, my album's still coming." Like.
I agree with you, Diggy. Like, I think what it is was I realized listening to that song was they're no longer making music for me, and that's okay. Like, this is not designed to reach
I hate that argument too, because when I was like, I was born in the 80s, I was still listening to music in the 70s and the 60s. Like, good music is good music is good music. That wasn't.
I don't disagree with that. This single, the same with Tinashe, like, this is not for me. Like, as someone who wants to hear, like, if I'm gonna listen to a song, the first thing I want is a vocal. If you can't deliver me a vocal, the song is immediately trash. Like,
it's the production for me. I need the beat to be something that I can really get into. And while I do love an Aaliyah sample, it was too subdued for my taste. Personally, I thought I was listening to Tiana Taylor put me to sleep again.
And where are we going to hear this out? That's what I want to know. Where are we going to hear this?
This gave me lo-fi on the 405. I only want to listen to this. I only want to listen to this when the moon is up and I'm riding. Okay, let me be very clear. I only want to listen to this when the moon is high. And I'm high. That's
David Guetta get his hands on and do a remix, but then you'll hear it on a remix.
Who? You said who?
David Guetta or somebody.
Come on, David Guetta.
Not David. She needs to call Sam. She needs to call David, Sam Smith, somebody. She needs to call
Hector.
Or Junior Vega.
Hector and get a whole homosexual ass remix.
Or Junior Vega.
I want to know who.
Oh, she can call Emanike. Emanike could eat this up. He gave them girls confetti.
I just want to know.
Bitch, go call Amorphous. Be like, girl, come over. I need something. Come sprinkle some on this track.
After he just did his Kelly Rowland, CeCe Peniston mashup. Yes,
that finally. That is on the Stairmaster.
That finally.
Chris, what were you about to say finally?
Oh, I was just saying I want to know who Normani is. Like, Motivation, that was like a weak checkup on it. And then you come out with Aaliyah sample. I'm like, who are you as an artist? You know, I just want to know who you are.
Here's the real tea. When I hear Motivation, I still think of Kelly Rowland.
I think of
Absolutely.
Am I that generation? Like, I'm still thinking about the
The first song is Kelly Rowland.
Never lied. She still owns the word motivation. She does still own that word.
A few of us got into this conversation on the Zoom on Friday, but like we were talking about the whole T-Pain rant that went viral last week, and I feel like this applies. Like, we all grew up in a generation to where, like, yeah, there were some copycats, but artists had a distinct sound, a distinct writing. It could be lyrical, it could be auditory. Like, people had a stamp. But that's like now,
song. Like, you know, like that's a Missy song,
right? Or that's a Neptune's beat. Now everybody sound the same. They doing the same thing, and songs be a whole 2 minutes. Like, where is the artistry? And so I think that's why she's singing cursive. But at least she have a stamp.
But Mama be doing 2 minute songs. Like, okay, what happened here? Like, even Beyonce,
is a work of art. So I don't know. Like,
no, we still have questions for Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar for that one song Nile on that album, which I'm like, bitch, you know damn well we were hoping for a 4 minute and 37-second track. We needed a whole rap verse from him. You were doing just fine with the beat. I don't understand. Like,
can I also say one more thing? Like,
I can't take my finger off that point.
Shit.
Everyone's looking for the new Beyonce, and I don't want to get canceled, so I'm not going to say anything. But just with the Chloe Bailey and like Normani, can we just stop?
No. I'm not looking for the next Beyonce. I'm looking for the next bad bitch at the very top of her motherfucking game.
I don't want another Beyonce. I want someone give me someone who's gonna make me scream and shout. That's all I'm asking. Like, Beyonce's not the only one that can make me do that. I scream and shout for Erykah Badu getting up there with a goddamn incense and just I'm about to do a little wow on the mic.
I think, Matty, like, Erykah's a different type of concert, but the same way like Michael Jackson was, 70s, 80s, early 90s, Beyonce takes over 2000s, like early 2000s.
That's the thing.
There's a new Supreme who comes. Supreme is not the Beyonce. It's the new bitch. Like, and they can be whoever they are, right? Male, female, they, them, theirs, whatever. But like, I'm not looking for the next Beyonce. Chloe can be who Chloe is. Halle can be who Halle is. Bitch,
listen, I just want someone to make me scream and shout. Dua Lipa doesn't do it.
This girl is going to be a performer, though.
She's
I don't know if this girl is going to be all of what we get in Beyonce. I don't think we're going to get that again.
You are. We are. We got it in Michael. We got it in Fran. We got it.
It'll be a different version. Yeah, it'll be a different version. Like it'll be like maybe a clone of A. Marie if A. Marie was going to take over as Beyonce. Like you know what I mean? Like if she actually would have done would have gone far, it would possibly be someone who's even more light skinned than Beyonce. You know, it just goes a little trickle effect here. You know, just turns in something like that.
If she didn't have no thing.
Someone said
Beyonce,
maybe it's Doja. No, it's not Doja Cat.
Beyonce Tanya Harding for A. Marie. She Tanya
I like
Harding
Doja, but
A. Marie.
Doja's in a weird lane. Like she's in a different lane.
I think Doja's just gonna be Doja.
Doja is the definition of versatile. Like
that's very true.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen for her though. But Doja is great. I do like her music. This new album is a bop. I was kind of here for it.
Everything.
Get into it, yeah. Like that's I listen to that every day.
I think that's her. I think that's her Pink Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Not Doja Cat.
Oh, okay.
I think that's gonna. I think that's gonna be. I think that's her. I think that's gonna be like her album that everybody goes back to. I think Planet Her is gonna be like that album that everybody goes back to by her. Well, I guess we have to see, but I feel like this album gave so many different varieties of sound that, like Pink Friday, like with Nicki, it has so many different varieties and layers. We really got to feel all the different layers of Nicki. And Planet Her, she was determined. She was upset about her Grammy, and I think that's how we got Planet Her. I think she's gonna ride it like Nicki too.
Wait, Azalea Banks came out with a new single? When this happened?
Yes, her new single.
She did. It came out about 2 weeks ago.
Is it a bop?
I love it.
Yes, the one with the crotch, right? The one with the bikini and the crotch, right? And the nails.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
that's
like
the album.
Man.
What is it called again?
She is canceled, but you know, I God damn her talented fucking ass.
She's one of my problematic faves. She's problematic as fuck, but
Delilah by her gets played on.
How you feel about sour tea?
Sour tea.
She's only good as her next sample.
She's not with the sample master anymore, so she ain't gonna get no more samples.
Oh, she lost her producer?
Yeah.
Who was her producer that
they broke up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you talking about that boy? That boy wasn't making her music for her.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Child,
no, he was never making her music for her. He's not like Offset. He wasn't in there trying to apologize for cheating every week.
And then in the lab, broke up, we've seen the caliber of music. So I would like to say that there was some sort of influential, at least for the beats that were coming in from Miss Baba, because I
believe that. I believe he
may not be the Pied Piper of words, but he certainly was getting the tunes, because I ain't heard nothing cute since that breakup. I ain't heard nothing cute since Gwen Stefani. And yes, Chris, I went there. Gwen Stefani?
You know, she blamed that on her uncle. She blamed that on her management.
That old Navy bop girl boo. Like, what kind of $12 shirts am I about to buy with this? I can't. Yes.
That was so funny on Twitter, that Old Navy, when they replaced everything, all the ads.
With Jordan Sparks? She was doing that.
No, Jordan they did Sparks. It to Saweetie too. They did it to Saweetie.
Girl, when was the last time they talked about Jordan? Has Jordan gotten any new music? Like, what? Jason Derulo was the end of that. Like,
I don't want that red sangria. I don't want that red sangria.
Going back to Gwen Stefani, once again, in my high YouTube escapades, I learned that Love Angel Music Baby, that was supposed to be Khaleesi's album. And when they blackballed Khaleesi, they was like, well, we got to do something with these tracks. Here you go, Gwen. And the Neptunes was like, here you go.
Yeah, Khaleesi could have done Holla Back Girl.
Receipts on that.
Wow. Khaleesi could have done Holla Back Girl. Bubble Pop Electric with Andre 3000 would have been the sequel to the Millionaire from the Tasty. Oh, yeah, that could have happened.
I could have seen Khaleesi doing Yummy. Oh my gosh, you remember Yummy from?
I'm feeling yummy head to toe.
Yes.
That was the Sweet Escape album, though.
Yeah,
that was Sweet Escape.
The whole thing. Oh my gosh. Oh baby, poor Khaleesi. She doing great though.
See that.
And you know what? Guess what, Angie? You're right, and that's good of her, and I love it. I can choose not to listen to her though, because I want to hear something else.
Yeah, in the immortal words of Whitney Houston, I like to listen to singers. Very rarely do I listen to people who don't.
I have weird taste. I still listen to Willow Smith with her rock album. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I have weird taste. Some of my music is like, Maddie, but I'm like, that's just me. But I feel the same way about Jamar and Christina Aguilera. Like, what are you doing? And then, like, some people, y'all listen to Normani, and I'm like, why are you only here for 3 notes? Like, what is that about? But
I'm a whole MC Hammer stand. I love MC Hammer.
Stand bankruptcy. Go for it. Like, go for it. Yes. Like,
it's what I like, bitch.
Listen to whatever gets you going.
I'm gonna be supportive, but my issue is when you take stolen choreography, stolen inspiration, stolen looks. My thing is, okay, now you need to get your team together. Then, if you don't want to be referenced with this individual, don't do stuff. Don't be a biter. Don't have you walking down the street in this same white tank top and your jeans, and you don't want me to do a clip by clip comparison. And you have the same, and you just have a side part instead of a middle part. Bitch, you still walking down the street shaking your hips with your belly out. Okay.
Justin,
now
you gonna acknowledge that Queen Beyonce has stolen a few things. So
but she doesn't mind. But the thing is, we don't know But the thing is, we can talk about a reference when she elevated it. I'm just saying, with Normani, she do a par for par reference. So you can't ask me to not reference it.
Countdown is par for par. Countdown is
all right. Let's move on.
But we're referencing somebody over in Bulgaria. I don't know that video in Bulgaria. Normani, next time you need to reference somebody not on the zeitgeist.
How about that encore show?
I'll be both of y'all. God damn it. Listen, I am not, no. And that video was everything, okay? There it is. All right. Yes, whether it was inspired or not, it was beautiful.
Next caller.
Someone brought up Gia Gunn.
Not West Side Story.
Someone brought up Gia Gunn in the whole COVID situation where she basically said she had it, and then the girls brought up receipts of her talking shit about people who had COVID or people believing it was a hoax. Kasha Davis dragged her a tad bit in the comment section, and then Gia Gunn tried to play, the victim and how she responded. So for some people who did not treat this seriously, who are now experiencing it, and for someone like Gia Gunn, who was a public figure who people are paying attention to, is there responsibility there? Or do we not care because it's Gia Gunn?
I'm going to say this. My mama always told me, you reap what you sow. And it sounds like the day of reckoning has come. She was going live every day. It's a hoax, and I'm mad I can't go to this restaurant, and da-da-da. And it was like, Miss Mama, the death toll is right. Okay, girl, this is serious. I want to feel bad. Like, I don't want anybody to experience harm, especially in that way. We've seen the consequences of 19. This feels very poetic, and like it's hard for me to have a modicum of like sadness for you because you played in our faces, and then God said, "Okay, watch me work," and then you got. So
it's just karma.
I keep my mouth closed, I raise my eyebrows, and I smile.
Drink my water and mind my business.
Because that's my well face. Well?
She should have sat there and ate her food, but she made it a thing, and then life said, okay.
Listen, I know you're going to be down for a few weeks, so y'all make sure that site is kept up to date for those of you requesting for your services. I'm going on to the next topic.
Ooh, not the alcohol or the
let's see here.
You're so wrong.
Oh, girl, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just saying, I was just making a general statement. It's okay. It's like we deal with it all the time. I'm just saying, it's a general statement. Like, everyone likes who they like. I've gone past the stand phase of things because I can't defend nobody who I don't know. Like, I'm not about to sit here and get in arguments over people I don't know. It's like, girl, like, I'll let it go because those people are not paying my bills or wiping my ass at the end of the day. Now, moving on to Encore, which is on BET. Carlos King, thank you for dramatics. Thank you for all the dramatics in the world. There are a bunch of people who used to be famous that are in this household who are somewhat famous still by whatever followership is on Instagram. There's a few of them. They had a listening session recently. I don't like any of the songs. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm just there for the drama. I really am. I don't think any of them are good like that. Just being real. There's like a couple of talented people in there, but I'm also like, do I want to hear you with a 12-song CD? No. Or look at that CD. Look at me, how old I am. A CD. Sell it in Walmart. I'm just not into the music. I'm into the drama of the show. I need y'all's opinions. I'm turning my head.
I think it's funny that now that Aubrey has left, that the producer has become the villain. I think that's kind of funny.
I'm gonna say this because I don't like Aubrey, but I feel like they gave her a raw deal because Aubrey was low key the only one there trying to legitimately, what I felt like, make shit work for folk. Like, we don't all sound good together. Let's make two. We can all sound good in separate groups. We don't all dance. Let's make two groups where one girl's dance, one group doesn't dance. Like, let's do things that make us all look good together. Because I've been a part of a group full of 5 girls where all of us couldn't really sing, all of us couldn't really dance. So she knows what it's supposed to look like, but you've got other girls who don't share her vision.
But the thing is, you were tasked and told that you all were going to only be one group, and it kind of felt, in my opinion, Aubrey is the reality show like queen. She just get in her car and she go from show to show. So it felt more like Aubrey was being strategic from the background and kind of playing things and marionetting the situation to allow her to want to ascend to the top, because she kind of flipped when she got to the top, and we saw all this other stuff come into play. Once she got what she wanted, and then she was like, wait, this is too much, I'm gonna exit. But it just felt like strategic Aubrey. She wanted to do what she wanted to do, and then it became too much, and then she was out. But I think the show is cute. I think it is what it is. But I also feel like we're just making Cherish's album that like a continuation of the first Cherish album, because these songs sound a lot like that first album. Which also I want to clarify, Cherish, like Skeleton sounds like a song that could be on the album. I also want to say that Cherish's first album y'all should go listen to, because Moment in Time is fierce, Chevy is fierce. These are great songs. But for 2008, none of these songs sound like timely or relevant or something I want to hear at the moment.
But they're filming this in 2008. You didn't know that this was actually old footage they put together? You couldn't tell from the production?
The outfit certainly. The outfit certainly is giving very Decatur. It's giving very North Druid Hills.
No, not Decatur.
I'm sorry. Aubrey left once she saw who came to the listening party and saw how struggle bust the whole production was. Like, let's be clear, we are watching Cherish with the mother girls. Like that's just what this is. Mm-hmm. I'm annoyed by Felicia and Fallon, to be honest with you. And I know they're talented and creative people and they have the same wigs every week. But like,
I'm sorry, that's an expensive wig. Can you blame them?
I mean, like,
they get on my nerves. They really get on my nerves.
The villain kind of changes every episode or from week to week, but also like sometimes I also like I get it, because it's like, so you got girls like Misha and Irish who aren't really like contributing in the same way that the other. So it's like, what do you do? Like, do I take control of it, or do I let
Irish cannot sing? Just say it. Misha and Irish
should have never been there from the first thing.
Irish cannot sing.
Once y'all sat at that piano.
Misha over there, like what we about to do? Is this Keely in the studio again? I'm giving it away.
I would have sent me.
Keely cannot sing
personally.
Keely, no, she can't sing.
Girl, let me.
I guess they get paid week by week, so they gotta stay, even if they can't sing. So I get why Misha and Irish still staying there as they're gonna have to kick me out. I guess
they want the full check. They want the full.
Because you know it's on that Housewife episode by episode. I know what it is. They on that starter pack. They get $1,000 per episode. So they gotta stay each week. They survive. It's kind of like Survivor.
Misha always let her back hurt, girl. I'm getting tired of this. Like, I'm sorry, Keely walking around giving you. I'm about to just walk around the house every day. It's always a sweatpant. Like, I really can't.
Or a movie with a glass of red wine.
Aubrey's dressed like she's about to pull someone. Like, it's, I can't. Like, Aubrey's lived there like this the whole entire episode. Like,
Aubrey look like a can of Twisted Biscuits. You know when you twist the can of biscuits and it be in the center, it be twisted, and everything else burst out from the top of the bottle. That's Aubrey. Every time I see it, just turn it sideways, twist.
I'm telling you, like, and they can't find no good angles on Misha. Like, no shade, but it's the truth. It's like, all right, girl. Like, I love how Pam was so nice. This dress is cute, girl. No, it was not. Like, stop playing with her face. And you over here look like you about to train a whole basketball camp. Please stop playing in my face, Pam. Please stop. Please stop playing in my face. I'm sorry. Divya is the coolest one on the cast to me. Shamari, it's great to see you there, but it's kind of low budget that you went from Housewives of Atlanta to this. This looks so weird. I'm like, okay, why are you here? I really don't know why Shamari's there, but outside of her voice,
she didn't get ass back. That's why she's there, because she didn't get ass back on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I'm just saying, like, in Irish is every time that she talks, it's always very like, come on now, like, come on, like, Irish. Oh God, poor baby. You are a thug in your confessionals and Timmy in person. I can't take it. It's getting on my nerve.
I like Keely, and the only reason why I stand her is because one, she represented LGBTQ plus pride, and when Pam had that weird moment, she called that shit out. And every single time a man has tried to condescend any of the women, Keely has been the person to be like, pipe that down. Don't be telling women to calm down, so on and so forth.
She shows her chin every time. Yes, you are right. Yes,
I appreciate that.
It goes up like this every time. Don't you do that. I'm like, girl, your nose is speaking. Like every time that face goes, what you're not going to do. I'm like, you better get that chin in full view. You better let us know that you're serious about this sweatsuit. Go on, sweatpants. You do it.
I'm here for it.
Glass of wine, go for it, girl. Like, yeah, okay. And then
she was pregnant, but she didn't have no wine. She like, bitch, while I'm here and the wine is free, I'm getting that wine.
It's giving vacation, Keely. It's giving vacation, Keely.
The show's on BET. It's messy, y'all. I watch it just for the mess, honestly. If you want to, if the songs are great to you, but you know, for me, it's very Normani -3. So you know, there it is. Like that. That's what it is for me. Y'all see Space Jam? Y'all see Space Jam?
I'm finishing it. I have
Space Jam.
40 minutes left.
LeBron
what did you
can't
think
act.
so far?
LeBron cannot act.
I mean,
but
much better.
So
Yes.
that's one of the reasons why I do Space Jam. This new one is we know LeBron can't act, and then make a statement about LeBron not being able to act in the first 15-20 minutes of the movie.
Yes, like there's a whole like joke about it. Like
it's very meta, and like it's in on all of his jokes, and like it's no man.
I'm not gonna give no spoilers
we have
away.
real actors in the first 20 minutes. As
I'm
we
just
built
there are some
and then we got
nostalgic
the
moments that are very good in the film. There's definitely a lot of product placement. Like they literally do a whole TNT moment that was like
Nike.
Come on.
It feels like a long form advertisement.
It does. Every property from that WB owns has made an appearance in this fucking movie, up to and including the mainstream Game of Thrones. Like
it was very interesting that Warner Brothers took this version of Space Jam and made it about the Warner Brothers universe versus the Looney Tunes universe. And that's where I thought, oh, this is interesting. Like, are you about to tell us about a new streaming platform that's coming out called Warner Brothers Plus? Because this seems very appropriate. Seems very that.
Because all of Looney Tunes on HBO. So go to HBO.
Don Cheadle was a good villain. I was here for Don and his.
What has me concerned is how they changed Lola's character from being the sex kitten to this goofy bitch.
Oh, not goofy. Oh no, she's not goofy. Oh no. She's not goofy. She's a powerful girl because she actually is training to be a what is it called again? Amazon. And she did the whole course and for Wonder Woman. That's where they found Lola with Wonder Woman. So she's about.
Do you think that has more to do with Zendaya?
No.
I think it has a lot to do with what's going on in the world in 2021.
Exactly.
Well,
and they pick Zendaya as No, they pick Zendaya because she's very relatable in that sense because she's not a girly girl, but she can be one if she wants to. So it was very, you know, we're trying to show that all girls aren't like this sexy character. Which
I get that. I get that. That makes sense.
But it was cool. I like Lola. On the movie. She did a good job for the voice acting. I was more entertained by the Looney Tunes characters, and once they got to shine, and it took a while. It took a while.
It takes a while.
It does.
I feel like that was the bulk. I feel like that was the bulk of the original, though, right? That was the special part. Once we went down into the tunnel, like that was where really the fun began.
Once they got to do what they got to do, I was fully invested and giggling and laughing and all that. But it took a long time.
It took about an hour.
And LeBron.
How long is the damn movie?
2 hours.
Hour 55.
2. It's 2.
I
Just say
don't
2.
watch
Let's
this.
round it up because here's LeBron. Here's LeBron.
That.
It's about teamwork and consistency, courtroom shit. This is what it's about. We don't play. We don't win.
This is work. This is work.
This is work. But Dad,
they should do like what they did with Jordan.
Like LeBron was reading line.
They copied the entire first segment of what they did with Jordan. So it's literally
the whole development, the whole origin story of the child.
The entire first segment of the original Space Jam. So it's a Space Jam for a new generation of folks. It's again things that are not made for me
in the cyber universe.
I disagree. So I would give the movie a 3 out of 5. Even accounting for the fact that like it's a children's. I watch kids like there's still kids movies that I enjoy today. It felt like an adult who was writing something for a kid and they don't have no kids, and so they were making assumptions about what they think kids like, and it was just like clickety clickety clack, and that's how the script came. It got a little weird and dicey.
There were a few dicey jokes in there. Yeah, like
it felt like one of the greatest athletes of all times has his hands in a few pots with a few people and was like, "I want to be in the movie and make some extra cash."
This was a gag when this part happened. Rick and Morty. That was a gag. I wasn't expecting to see Rick and Morty in the movie. That was that blew me away. I was like, so why are they here? And what is this rated again? And like, it was interesting. There were a couple of good little cameo moments from other cartoons and
is there?
Yeah, it was. I thought it was a 3-2. I just was LeBron. No, God, no. I don't think I'd watch it again. Oop, there it is. And the soundtrack wasn't as good as the first ones. But then again, grew up in different times. Music, people peeing on people wasn't. He was still out there.
All right.
On that note.
That got dark. That got dark, baby.
I mean, y'all remember that man? Okay.
I don't know who that is.
I bet a long time ago.
I have no idea.
Yeah, they say this now, but a long time ago they were on someone's playlist. Okay, listen.
I don't know Robert Kelly.
I don't know who you talk about.
I don't know who Robert Kelly is.
Who's that?
The man's name.
You said his name.
You gave full name.
You talking about Casey and JoJo?
Yeah.
Oh, no one's talking about Casey and JoJo.
We're not bringing Mary J. Blige's attackers into this.
We talking about Eddie Murphy? Who was Robert?
Bob the Drag Queen.
Y'all didn't watch the Mary documentary. It's very good.
Stop it, Justin. Stop it. Stop it.
Allegedly.
He was talking about. Stop it.
Allegedly. That documentary was very informative.
I learned a lot of
it. Right.
That was stop it. Someone said that Mary's dancing is actually her dodging skills. Like I was, bitch.
Now that is sensitive.
I cackled. I was like, you have to stop this. They said that's how. Boom! It was like, whoa, what's happening here? Like I was like, what? That's why when you brought it up, bitch, that's the first joke I thought of. And I'm so bad.
Oh God!
I bind you, Justin. I bind you from you harming yourself and harming others. I bind you, Justin-Rayne. I bind you from harming yourself.
Girl, I cannot. I'm so mad you brought up Casey and Joe. You know that they're like lost in time, like how people are trying to do CeeLo Green. That's how CeeLo Green's being treated right now. They trying to bring him back. It's like no, Pam. Just like Bill Cosby going on this comedy tour. All right, girl, good luck. You not getting looted everywhere. Good luck.
Yeah, nobody better come to no city, but some people gonna be there.
White people incorrected.
Because it's not gonna be them. It'll be us that shows up.
No, I believe it's gonna be a mix of both, and we're gonna be looking stupid.
We never believed them, Cosby. We never believed you, Bill. Go ahead, Bill. Go on, do your thing.
And it's gonna be that one person filming the whole crowd. So look at all these people out here at this.
It'll be Bow Wow with his cell phone in coach class.
He's not booked.
Lil Mama is for that birthday party. All right, let me stop talking. Listen.
Didn't she release a video Friday? She did, Friday.
And I paid it dust.
She's canceled. She's transphobic. She can go to hell, go to jail.
You've had me sound like Morris Day this whole episode, Justin. I'm tired of you. You get on my nerves.
Little Mama, no. You attack Naomi on stage live. You can go to hell, go to jail. No.
I mean, never mind. She attacks mirrors every day. Let's roll this out and go ahead and end this here. I'm tired of talking about a shift and go wig on Bow Wow's head. It called him Little Mama. We're just not going to do that today. All right. So let's do this. This has been 2 hours and almost 45 minutes of a good conversation. I don't have no more in me. I low-key want some barbecue, so I'm ready to wrap this on up. I'm hungry, bitch. Let's see here. She attacks wig stylist. Well, I mean, have you seen her? You know what I'm saying? Just think about the structure. Dooley, can we get your social medias out the way, my friend?
You sure can. You can find me on Twitter at _DooleyNoted_. That's DOOLEYNOTED in between 2 underscores. On Instagram, I'm duly noted with 2 underscores in the middle as presented on the screen right there. That's for all of my content. Duly Does Food on Instagram for my food content only. And then like, share, subscribe. My YouTube channel, new video out this week. Y'all are getting a salmon flatbread with a Szechuan spicy chili oil with a little tzatziki mixed in there. It's delicious. The pictures are on Instagram.
That sounds like lots of flavor. If your palate is not above it, don't go near it. All right. Rest in beats, Biz Marquee. That's right. We lost Biz Marquee recently here. So much good music from him in terms of the producing quality, you know. All right. I'm thinking about the producers now out there, and I'm like, child, we're going to get the same. Okay. Jamar84, wake up. No, I'm just kidding. That's C Diggy over there drunk as hell. I see you, friend.
I'm not drunk.
See, Diggy, you're okay.
I watched Space Jam, so I was just like, okay.
I mean, were you planning on watching it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a review on it.
All right, have fun. Trust me, have fun, because
I'm gonna watch it this week. I'm gonna watch it this week.
As critical as you are for Normani, you are going to be low budget reading Space Jam. Jamar, social media's friend, please and thank you.
So you can find me on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram at Jamar84, with the exception of TikTok, which is Jamar840. Amen. Make sure you guys check out the Circle Atlanta, airing on YouTube now under your boy New News YouTube channel. Matty hosted our reunion this past week. There's a lot of shit going on that you can I cannot wait for you guys to see, so make sure you guys check that out. Also, make sure you guys check out my partnership with Lexquisite.com. Just put out my lash kits and my makeup brushes, which is on the site now. Thank you, Matty. Thank you. Those are awesome. They're really, really cute.
Okay,
the link
sorry.
is in my Instagram bio if you want to check it out. Make sure you use my promo code NOVA20. That's NOVAH20. 20% off your order. And thanks.
All right. See Diggy1, social medias, please.
Hey, you can find me on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, all CDiggy1. I also do Pop Roast with Alexander Rogers on his channel. If you want to hear us, we're on Spotify and Apple as well.
Fabulous. See how a lot of links went into what he said, Blakeisha, but it was short and sweet, where yours is just short, period? Okay. Blake, hurry up and tell people where they can find you.
3.5 seconds. You can find me on Instagram at Rowley B or at Barf_.
All right, Blake is done. Thank you so much, Blake. I'm just kidding.
3 minutes. 3 seconds.
Go ahead, Blake. Go ahead.
So nasty and so rude.
So rude.
You can find me on Instagram at Rowley B.
XXL on Pornhub.
You said what? Boy XXL?
You said Bubble Butt. Wait now.
No, wait. We're moving on, Justin. You can find me on Instagram at Rowley B or Barf_1, BARPH_1, or Twitter, BARowley86. I hate you.
I appreciate it. Justin-Rayne, where can they find you at, baby?
You guys can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Justin_Rayne. Up until Wednesday, July 21st, if you guys see my skincare on a dime TikTok, you guys can enter to win and comment on that TikTok to win all those products from Target, plus a gift package from me and my podcast, Fuck for Problems. Or you can follow me on Twitter at Rain_Justin.
Awesome Blossom. You know, it's your boy Matty Rants. You can find me on all social media pages at Matty Rants, except for Twitter, which is at the Matty Rants. You can find me on the Stereo app for Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday podcasts with Duly _ noted and Blakeisha for Mondays and Wednesdays, and with Mimi Cherry Proportion Rants on Fridays. I'm also a partner with the Airtime app, where you can catch me on Tuesdays and Thursday shows, Drag Race Everything on Tuesdays, and on Thursdays with Duly _ noted with cash prizes for Drag Race trivia and hot topics. That's how you do it, Blake. So thank y'all so much for coming in here today. You heard me, Bram. You heard me, Bram.
I just came here with a dance. That's it. That's it.
Anywho, I love y'all so much. Thank you, friends, for coming in today. This was a long conversation. I can't. This is a long conversation. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Comment section, you know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to go to my friends' social media pages. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Donate to the channel if you can. Join me on all my other platforms. Oh, and catch my reactions on Patreon too. It's your boy Matty Rants. Puss, listen, all that good shit. Woo, honey, let me go get some food. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Listen. Yeah.